The Woke Minority Podcast.
Get your headphones
And then
on,
she
son.
was like, "Oh, this is my first time doing it. See, I hooked her right."
Mm-hmm.
Her ass was fat. Don't get me wrong. That motherfucker was thangin'. I seen that bitch across the gym.
You said how tall was she?
6'5". I like them tall, low key, and I like titties now. I learned,
Bro,
that.
you know we live, fam.
Hey,
uh,
I like titties. I'm a titties man.
hey,
I figured that out.
You heard it here first. You know.
I was
figured
gonna
that
say
out.
titties are ass, but
Yeah.
most men are ass men.
Ass cool, but it be a lot of titties out here that they missing out on. Like, I'm a short nigga, so just say if I was to hug her tall ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Right in your face.
You in
know
her,
what I'm saying?
you in her stomach, like.
Like,
yeah, titties on my head. You know what I'm
Belly
saying?
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Just lick up and lick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Woke Minority Podcast. I am your host, Stacy. Here
Yeah.
go the co-host, the Titty
Zay.
Man
Titty man Zay. Titty man Zay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Welcome back to Success.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, we glad you're here. She has a friend that's coming, but you know, she missed her exit.
Traffic. The
Yeah,
traffic.
Yeah.
All this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sounds
thank you guys for
good.
joining. But yo, what you were saying though? Keep on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on TikTok, The Woke Minorities, Instagram, The Woke Minorities, YouTube, The Woke Minorities, with an exclamation point. I'll put all of our personal socials up here, so it's probably gonna be in the bottom somewhere. But yeah. I see you guys. Y'all might notice the new setting. We're in a different studio room.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you feel about this one?
Is it as cold? Cause you was like.
It's not as cold, but I say
Mm.
it makes me a little nervous. Like I said when I first came on the podcast, I
Right.
think the room, the hot seat,
Mhm.
that's gonna be dope because it's gonna make people comfortable. You gonna want to talk more.
Wh-
Whereas
wh-
this, you feel
I
like
feel
you
you, I
wanna,
feel
you know what I'm saying? You feel
feel
like
what
you
you're
being
saying.
interrogated.
Mm.
Hey, this one. I mean, we were in that one. I think that's Studio B, but I don't know. We ain't never worked that one before, so it was a little bit confusing.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. But
See, the other one got couches. I wasn't ready for that.
that's what I'm talking about. the
Yeah,
room.
that one.
Yeah.
I want that one.
DC, whatever, which one it is.
I definitely feel like we need to let them know we're not here to hurt nobody's feelings
No.
on this episode. We-
Okay. Matter of fact, before
Viewer discretion is advised.
yeah.
I'm walking into this whole conversation blind.
Yep.
So
He doesn't have
So,
a single
y'all, I'm-
idea what we're talking about right
so
now.
the viewers, I'm with y'all. I don't know what's going on.
We're not here
I'm
to
new to this.
bash anybody, or we all come from different, backgrounds and beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Just off rip, we don't all believe the same things.
Mm-hmm.
So don't feel like we attacking y'all. We just telling y'all our truths.
We're giving you different insight, different perspectives you may not be familiar of.
Twin them, rainbow.
Rainbow. Rainbow twins.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I seen some shit about those.
Yeah, they
Man,
not
I
good for
have
us.
too.
Yeah.
Y'all still smoking them?
Man, hey, bro, look, you don't do anything, so
I used to smoke. Don't get it wrong.
Okay, look,
I
bro.
used to smoke.
all right, come
Look,
on, bro.
bro.
I
We
did
we
it all.
I'm gonna stop right now, bro. You gotta hold me to it.
Huh?
I'm gonna stop right now. After this last shit.
You gonna stop?
Yeah.
I mean,
Matter of fact,
I'm just letting you know
matter
there's
of
some
fact,
shit about
viewers,
that I
viewers, you guys don't do this. Don't
Is
smoke.
it like to stop y'all from smoking weed?
Yes. That's for me.
It's like a compensator. It's like.
Cause my thing was, I told y'all I had that whole hospital situation. So when I got out, my immediate response, like when I got irritated or my stomach hurt, or I was going through, damn, I want a blunt. Damn, I want a blunt. And I'm like, I can't have that.
Do you feel like you was an addict?
Yeah, I felt like I was a real pothead.
Yeah, she got
a lot of people have addictive personalities, you know. It's either one fix or the other fix, you know. She's going to get her friend who's supposed to be here, so she will be back.
She'll be back. She'll be back. These times are special.
These times are surely special, my brother. We got to cherish them. Every day is something you got to cherish because you know what? None of us are
We don't get no younger.
look.
at all.
Not even just that, but none of us are the producers of the experience that we're living in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't get that.
You don't
at all.
understand?
Producers. I think we do produce our reality.
No, we do in a sense, but overall, are we the force that's holding everything together?
Oh no.
The
Sometimes
threads
you
of
gotta
reality.
No, sometimes you gotta go with the flow of your reality. But you know, from when you wake up till you go to sleep, you got a lot of control if you think about it. You gotta think that, like, bro, it works, y'all. If y'all wake up and y'all like y'all mindset is when y'all it's like to go get it. You determined for whatever you doing that day, and you wake up with that. Like, don't touch your phone. Don't even talk to nobody. Just think. Just be in the moment. I promise you that day gonna be good, bro. I promise you. But if you wake up sad, mad, depressed, and then you let it be that, your day gonna be shitty.
So what does that mean? Your day is determined by your mindset.
I believe so.
So your mind controls your reality.
Yeah, because it control your actions, and then every action
Has a consequence and a reaction.
That's what I'm saying. And that outcome determines a lot too. It's the next step. Like, literally. Like, if I go take a risk, a great risk, that outcome could change my whole reality within seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Wait, a lot of us wish that the actions that we took didn't have consequences or reactions. I'm saying the whole point is to. You good. But the whole point of everything is to take away the consequence, bro. We want to be God. We want to control what the outcome is. That's how the universe is just made, man.
Control what
How
you
you
can
doing?
control.
Welcome, Jacayla. Welcome.
Stacy.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yes, sir. You lit. I needed this.
Yes.
Headphones on, you'll be able to hear yourself.
Yeah.
He don't know
Go
the
ahead.
topic.
Go
I
ahead.
can't tell you the topic
All
yet.
right. All right.
Don't
Yeah.
get the song game.
Yeah. We finna.
But it's a good topic. I want y'all to know. Me and you kind of touched base on some of it before, like
Hey, hold on.
in our
got
friendship,
too
we've
much.
touched base on. So.
Take some.
You want me to hold your hand?
Damn.
Here, come
Just
on.
take some lotion.
Let's pray real quick.
Can you hear yourself? Yeah. Okay. Make sure you speak into the mic or move it.
Yeah.
so
You
that
got it.
way-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Can we
speak.
get a great introduction for our guest?
Okay. Well, what is one more time? What was the name? One more time.
Jacayla.
Jacayla. What kind of introduction? Matter of fact, what kind of introduction you got, brother? Hold up.
Name, date of birth. No, let me stop. Name, where you from, and then like one thing that's interesting about you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What you do or something.
you know what I'm saying? You know?
Okay, right now?
Yeah.
Right now,
Okay,
you're on the
my name
spotlight.
is Jacayla. I am from Dallas originally, and I am a hairstylist.
I need
in
my
Dallas.
hair done. I want
Y'all
you.
need y'all hair done.
You know what I'm saying? Plug in. He gonna plug in your social, so we gonna get it out.
Yeah. What's your social media?
My hair page is j.justbraids.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you do just braids?
Yeah.
I need some starter locks. That's what I need.
I've done that before too.
What was the outcome? Was it good?
It was good. I mean,
She cold. I'm not even gonna hold you. She
I
cold.
mean,
All right,
I
I'm gonna
need
hit
me
her
some
up after
knotless
this
done,
'cause I
but
need
you
some
know,
done.
I got this little braid in.
we waiting on you.
Jacayla.
I gotta go out of town.
All right. Cool. Jacayla, Success, Stacy, Xavier. You know, we here. So what I wanted to talk to everyone about today is there's a topic that has boggled mankind for a long time. We hold up.
Sit in the chair.
Let me get right. Hold up.
Oh, yeah, we gotta put our thing on the screen.
Yeah. Excuse me, you guys.
You good? Boom, boom, boom.
Let me put USB. My bad about that. All right, come on.
You cool.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, there's one topic that has always been in the minds of humans since the start of civilization. Wars have been fought over this,
I got a clue. Oh, where we go?
Yeah, wars have been fought over this. People have put their lives on the line for this. People even today, they still are killing themselves arguing over each other, with each other, causing wars with each other over this. So, and a lot of people today, they don't really have any insights, and it's a lot of different thoughts out there going on and confusion. So, I just want to ask this question: does God exist?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if I if I'm an atheist and I didn't believe in God, what what explanation would you give to me?
Just ask yourself, how did you become? That, like literally, like that's
That's a fact.
that is that question right there will like unlock so much stuff in your brain, bro.
That
Like, it's
and
not
also, I mean, there's a lot of little ways you can go about it if you want to go scientifically and look it up. There is scientific theology. People don't understand that. On top of that, I mean, a lot of us, I can't speak for everybody, but I've had my own personal experiences where there's things that I cannot truly explain. And I'm going to say it on this podcast first. Y'all may think I'm crazy for what I say. These are my personal experiences. You may not understand. Some of y'all will completely relate. But there's things that we go through, and it's just like, if I can go through these things, especially bad, if I can go through certain bad things and have certain things happen to me that I cannot explain, there has to be a good or counteraction to it. And on top of that, I want to say every ethnicity or culture has their own good and bad. They all have it, no matter how you try to flip it or turn it. Some people call it karma if you don't believe in God. They call it, everybody understands there's a good and bad energy out here.
okay.
So I just feel like certain people want to call them gods, other people want to call them energies, other people want to call them spirits, this, that, the third. I
It's
believe
all in
God.
the same bubble.
Yeah.
They all above us. Like,
The question that I be wanting to ask atheists is like, why? What do you believe in? Like, do you
But
just
that-
feel like
look,
we
if
exist?
say
I think
I,
they
s-
believe in,
I think it, I think it, in my personal opinion, it's like this. Like if I were an atheist, the biggest thing for me would be is how do I know he exists if nobody in the world has ever
that's
seen
the
him?
question
Yet?
they always ask.
But
My brother is an atheist, and that's the question he asks me all the time.
Okay,
Right.
so let me ask this: Do things exist that you're not able to see?
yes.
All right, like what?
I'm going to put it to y'all like this. We find fossils of stuff that's come way before us, right? They find fossils of giants. They find fossils of animals that have died off. You never
Dinosaurs.
seen them. You never. I don't believe.
You don't
I
believe in
kind of don't
dinosaurs?
believe in that because a man came up with the theory of dinosaurs 12 years before they actually started putting dinosaur bones together and found the first dinosaur bone. They started making actual castings when they couldn't find other bones to represent them to make the left foot the right foot. And
You,
there's
you
things
just
can
killed
go-
my childhood dream.
I'm sorry.
But
Jurassic Park,
tho-
I would never look at that.
That's a physical manifestation, though. I'm talking about can something exist and it not be here
Okay.
physically?
Do you
Yeah.
believe in ghosts?
I was gonna say exactly.
I mean, if I'm an
'Cause-
athist, I probably don't
well, I'm
I
gonna put it to
mean-
y'all. I'm gonna ask
because
y'all
I
this
can't
question
never seen them.
because I brought it up to my brother, and he's atheist. He's completely atheist. He don't believe in God for the simple fact of he feels like some of his childhood, the things that he went through, if there was a God.
why he wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
So
bro.
listen, I'm gonna hit y'all with this because,
said that,
and
bro.
I'm gonna just ask y'all a real personal question. People gonna think y'all crazy. Have y'all ever experienced sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we all
Yeah.
in agreement. Has anyone seen anything when they was experiencing sleep paralysis?
I mean, I in a dream, and then I woke up from the dream, and I was in sleep paralysis.
Did you see something when you woke up from the dream? In sleep
I
paralysis?
felt something, very menacing presence.
Okay. What about you, Zay?
I seen my TV. That's all.
Let me put it, and I'm gonna scare y'all with
That's
this
all.
one. But this, I was like,
Is that the sex demon?
no?
I thought it was the sex demon.
You're talking
Bro,
about
what?
succubus and incubus, but
Be shitting on you.
what I went through, I was not asleep.
That's who be visiting you. You be eating your meat.
I swear, bro. I swear that would just be happening, bro.
Ugh.
It just be happening,
When
bro.
I
Go ahead though.
when I went through, I remember this very vividly. I was 10. I had just turned 10 not too long ago. I had been going through sleep paralysis for a little bit. Life was crazy during that time with my household, but I woke up. Now there's a very specific rule in my house because at the time I was the only child. Very specific rule: you don't lock your door. You do
Why
not.
not?
My dad was
He don't play that.
not even just that. We lived in the hood. We had break-ins. I need to be able to get you and get you out if I need to. I don't need to be able to. I don't need to make extra noise kicking down your door to get into your room. And that's what my dad has always taught me. Like, and when you become an adult, now that I have my own gun and shit or stuff, protect yourself.
We're in Texas. It's not illegal.
Yeah, but protect yourself now. He's like, you got yourself. You can hold your own. But back then, he was like, you're a kid. Door's unlocked. And there ain't no reason for you to have a door locked at that age anyways. Never remembered falling asleep. I was always a kid that was really up, active late at night.
At night, yeah.
I was laying in the
Night owl.
bed, and it just felt like I zoned out, not really fell asleep. But when I opened my eyes, I was laying flat and I couldn't move. And I was like facing towards the door. My door was closed. Mind you, I didn't remember having my door closed. But I was like, all right, maybe they closed my door when I was falling asleep. I'm seeing this figure and I am terrified. Like literally terrified from the energy that's coming off. Seeing a figure.
Like all black, like no face, no nothing, just all black.
And I could see eyes off of it.
Oh.
So, yes, I was
Damn,
terrified.
you did something bad.
Let me explain something to you. That figure walked over to the door and locked it.
No way.
Swear to God. And I thought I was tripping. I'm like, I'm going through a dream. Like, I'm trying to close my eyes and just go back to sleep. And when you wake up, you're going to be able to move. Mind you, most people that go through sleep paralysis go through it for a couple of minutes. This went on for hours. I was stuck like that for a good 2 hours.
So
I finally got the ability to move. This is what confirmed it. I went to that door because no locked doors in my house. That door was locked. I cried for weeks. Like, I would
who
not.
you tell?
My mama and my dad. My dad is real spiritual. My dad is really, really spiritual. When he moved me out of Texas and into Atlanta, the auntie that I lived with is Hebrew Israelite. So
Okay.
she didn't play that. That's why I said I wanted to bring my book of Yahweh, but she didn't play that. Like, you prayed on a regular. We did everything, Shabbats and all of that. We went to congregations and not churches. Like, she was very, very big on it.
Okay.
And this is when I moved out of her house. This is originally when I left her house. And I just felt like I was really under attack because I wasn't going through those things. My parents were Christian, but she wasn't. And it was just a lot for me to go through. And I kid you not, that's what solidified it for me. And I was like, yeah, if there's bad stuff out here, like bad spirits like this out here, yeah, God, it has to be God out
So
here.
after he out the door, what did he do? He just stood there?
He just stood there. Like, he just stood there and kind of paced my room.
No
And I was
way.
terrified. Like, I could literally just see him walking back and forth from the corner of my room to the, like, past my dresser, past my
Describe
drawer.
him. Describe him.
It was just it was like, he was super tall. I can say that much. A super tall,
Slender
dark
man. That's what it sounds
figure.
Like.
He wasn't really skinny, though, but he was a super tall figure, like, easily a good 8 or 9 feet.
That's
He
tall
was
as shit.
tall.
I had a similar experience. Mine was more like I was going through something where I was trying to stop an obsession. And so I was thinking about it a lot, especially when I went to sleep and stuff. And this one particular night I had went to sleep and I was thinking about the obsession that I had. At the time, it was pornography. I had an obsession with pornography. And I couldn't get rid of it. So, like, when I went to sleep, I was thinking about porn. And, like, you know, every night before I went to bed, I watched porn. It was, like, it was not good at all. But I fell asleep, and I just remember, like, it was just this black, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just, like, a black, you can't, like, tell what the face looks like or anything, but it was like holding on to me, like cuddling me from the back.
Whoa.
It was
that
like
nigga
really
freaky.
scary, and
What?
I could see I was like levitating. I could see myself, and I could see the entity on me, but I couldn't get off. Like, I couldn't do anything about it.
That was a sex demon.
And honestly, that was why I kind of like me and God like got closer, because I yelled out God. Like, I was like, Jesus, help me. And that's when I like came back to
Look,
it.
they only attack you when you're trying to get away from that.
From
Yeah,
your
so that's why I
negatives.
feel like God is present, because as soon as you yell out God,
Is
that's
that your way of
going.
getting out of it, though?
Yeah.
it is.
That's
God
how
is
How did
my
you get out
safe
of it?
space.
So I went through that for a good, I'd say a good 6 months. I finally started praying. Like, I got to a point, because you can't say anything, you can't scream. Like, I eventually got it to the point where I could open my mouth, but nothing's coming out. Like, I am
Exactly, yep.
terrified. Like, how the hell are you controlling my vocal cords? Like,
Oh, God.
I can't mumble, I can't nothing. And my parents is the room over. My dad is a light sleeper, like the lightest sleeper. So I'm like, I can't do nothing. And I remember one night I just started praying, and I'm like, our Father, like, I'm going, and I eventually got, it was like I got all of the energy back into my body, and I flew out the bed one night. Like, when I finally got the chance to, I flew
You can
out.
feel like your
Like-
your senses coming back.
Forget senses.
Yeah.
It felt like I was in a straitjacket, and somebody unzipped it, and I was like, I could fly out of it. Like, boy, I tell you, I was terrified.
I get out mine like I wiggle my toes. That might sound funny, but I wiggle my toes and then I get up. I don't know why it works. I start with my feet and I do this. And
Some people say that you can start whatever you can move first, try to move it there.
Yeah,
But
you
mine,
take your time, breathe in, breathe out.
boy, and then I have asthma, so I start hyperventilating, and you know what I'm saying. I'm finna pass out from the hyperventilating for being scared.
That shit crazy.
Like I
Okay,
was terrified.
so are these all? These are all encounters with spirits.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah.
they're demons.
I don't know what it is. It's something though.
yeah, I feel like it's an encounter
Motherfucker.
with a
I feel like
spirit.
they're internal
Okay,
demons
but-
that come out like, when you at your worst.
And also,
And
like,
when you feed them,
yeah,
we used to
Yeah.
talk about that. Like when you feed something so much, or like say I'm mad, and then like you keep feeding that, then everybody gonna be mad. It's gonna become larger. I think that's why.
and
So,
see,
like,
I used
yo-
to be a highly aggressive, like a highly angry and depressed child.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
very, very, I could get very, very depressed very easily. And I feel like it feeds off of that because it's that negative energy. It has you at your lowest. You're at your lowest vibrational energy. You're already like feeling defeated and nothing has happened
Like,
to
he
you
can start
yet.
to come around like, oh yeah, I like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the perfect energy to feed off of. And then I'm a child. I don't know no better. I don't know how to
Oh,
fix
God.
it.
Easy target.
Mhm.
Mine's similar with hers. Like, boy, I was heavy
But
on that, and that
y'all
bitch
know-
just come get me.
And I don't know if y'all seen this, but there's a lot of celebrities that talk about it too. But that comes from sex demons, and they say that when you have sex, like when you masturbate and do stuff along those lines, you're actually having sex and you're creating a relationship with that sex demon.
Word.
And they can, if you're masturbating in your relationship, it can ruin your relationship because it's feeding off that energy.
Is it different genders?
Yes.
Okay.
Incubus
I
is
wanna
the
be
male
sleeping on niggas.
version, and succubus is the female version. The female version goes towards the male version goes towards the female.
Type shit.
Well, I
So,
know
so. Oh, my bad. But I just wanted to come back to the subject because y'all are supposed to. I'm supposed to be the atheist, and y'all are supposed to be explaining to me something that's would make me believe in that there are. Because I don't believe in God because I can't see it.
Right.
So y'all have to get me to believe what in do things exist that cannot be seen? Is there another realm that cannot be seen that exists, even though we can't see it?
Well, this is how I would put it to any atheist, and this is something I was told a while ago, and it just stuck with me. I would tell any atheist, why not believe in God? Just if you don't believe in God, just believe in Him, and if you die, then you die. You don't go anywhere. But if you believe in God,
You might have
you just
eternal
go to
life
heaven.
on some shit.
So you
like,
might as well believe in God because either way,
What's the
you
worst
don't
that
know
can
what's going to
happen?
happen to you.
makes a lot of sense.
And I was taught that too. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
That's the worst. That
If
can
you don't
happen.
believe,
yeah,
if you don't believe in God, what's the worst that can happen? Believing that He exists. You ain't got to
Exactly.
believe in the aspect of, oh, I have to pray and forgive myself for my sins and this, that, the third. Because everybody feels like they can justify their sin and everything along those lines. Cool, that's your business. I'm not here to tell you what to do, how to do it. But if you believe that there's something beyond you, you got to know there's something beyond you. You
Right,
can't
you
think
ain't,
that
you
we
ain't the
just
top of the top, goddamn.
well, not even just that. Like, how these animals get? Forget us. How these animals get
How the
here?
trees grow
How-
and all that. That's
how
what
did
I be
everything
thinking.
get here?
Yeah.
Why
The sky.
does everything in the world
makes
have
sense.
something to do with something? Like, why
It
do we
link-
have
and it makes
mosquitoes?
sense.
I hate mosquitoes.
But why we?
But
got
we
them?
have them because
Like,
they do
yeah.
something for our ecosystem. They do something for the
Like,
world.
Everything
has a
feeds
part.
into each other. Yeah.
There is no way that just appeared out of nowhere.
That came. They say they came from a random event, the Big Boom. Everything
Bang,
the Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory.
Big
But let me
Bang.
explain this to y'all too.
Bang.
Y'all realize that they say there's back in 2009, Cat Williams talked about it too, and they said that there was like 9 super Earths,
What you mean?
What does that even mean?
planets
They
that
they
are like
see-
this
But
that
different,
could
like,
that could actually hold life forms.
oh, are they aliens?
They just had pictures of the planet.
Yeah.
Pictures of the planet, bro. You know
Y'all
this.
think planets real?
Bro,
My
look,
fault. This
look.
off,
Y'all
but-
think
Planets?
all these planets that they see, like
I'm gonna hit
they
y'all.
take pictures of them, but you don't see any stars in the pictures, bro. It's just straight black space. Like,
Yeah,
look
they
at it,
probably edited or something.
bro. No, the whole thing is
are.
edited,
Yeah, I was gonna say they have that whole Mars rover situation.
bro. That shit
You
is
know, if you
in
I
a
don't even
green
think
screen
they
room.
landed on the moon.
Not,
Hell
That was
no.
no,
edited.
that's edited.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only people that landed actually made it to the moon was the Russians, and the reason I say that is they went once and they never took their ass back,
They probably seen some
and
shit.
they said
What y'all
that.
think up there though? Like, let's be honest. Like, what
I
y'all
don't think
up
we're
there?
the. I'm gonna say it like this. I think that's where a guard between heaven is. I'm gonna be honest.
So you think heaven is
Beyond it. Let me
somewhere
explain
out
something to
there?
you. Because in the Bible it does say that we're in a firmament, whether you believe in the Bible or not. Any book, however you want to say it, we're in a firmament. We are the first generation to believe that the world is round. Let's just put that out there. We're the first ones.
I heard it was
A dome.
sphere.
We're in a dome.
I mean, not a sphere. I thought it was. They said it was like a fucking oval.
Yeah, no, we're in a dome. We're in a dome.
So like, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
So the Earth flat.
yes, and I say
was
that all the
right.
time. And not even that. Every other civilization before us has said the exact same thing, that this place is flat. This place is flat.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff. If you want to go into California being called something else beforehand, and that, what was that? Oh,
That's
scared.
them drugs.
But we're in a firmament, all right? When he talks about it, he says that he separates the water from the ground, right?
Right.
And he makes the skies, the ground, the seas,
and then the heavens?
and the heavens, right? Well, if he's separating the waters, what do y'all think is above us? Water. And in actuality,
okay, I see what you. And then
Okay.
the sky is blue and then water is blue. Okay, yeah.
because they try to say, oh, the sky is blue because it's a reflection of the water, but a lot of these places is not over or near bodies of water.
Right.
So that means, hey, if I'm all the way over here in the middle of the United States or the middle of Africa, and I'm seeing a blue sky, it's because there's water nearby that's reflecting onto. No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
Okay, speaking of water, you know the world is covered with 75% water.
Water.
That's the ocean is so big that it could literally, like, if the ocean were somehow to it could flood the entire earth. If there was nothing keeping the ocean
It's slowly
at
doing
bay.
so now. You know that the Greenland ice cap is slowly going down and it's melting. And it has Pakistan, I believe. that
Like
it's
you
now
seen
flooding.
you seen tsunamis, like
Bro,
them
that's my worst fear.
wipe
bro.
out
That
whole-
is- yeah, that is
and
one
that
of my
could
fears.
there could be a tsunami that just wipe out this entire continent. That's possible. The Earth's 75% water, but there's a force
That ain't letting it happen.
that's keeping that from happening. And
It did not.
and look, that force can't be seen, bro, but you know it's there.
Not even just that. Let's hit some other facts. Even if you don't believe in, let's hit the real facts. All right, 75% water. Majority of it we've only explored. I believe it's like 15 to 17%.
And
right?
and you think
And
and you think that it's been to Mars and the moon, bro?
But
We
they can't
ain't even
even-
been in the ocean yet.
and that's on Earth. That's
and
crazy.
that's what I was gonna say. We can't even go to the bottom of that. And then when we
Come
bring
on,
things
bro.
from the bottom of it, it starts to deteriorate. Have y'all noticed that? Like
What?
they tried to bring. I think it wasn't an anglerfish. It was one of them daggone fish that had the little light, the little
Anglerfish.
with the teeth. Yeah, anglerfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the thing on
with the
Nemo.
big
When they
that thing
bring
on
it up,
Nemo.
you know that it actually starts to deteriorate from the pressure because it's only accustomed to the pressure down there.
high pressure.
That's why they can't dive that deep, because they ain't
They get
built nothing
squished.
that.
But y'all can build something that can go
To can fly in
into
way
the
up
sky
in the
and
pressure,
deal with the pressure up there.
pressure in space, heat in space,
trying
y'all
to get
can't-
past that damn what's the thing
the
called?
atmosphere,
The little force field thing. Yeah, that whatever that is.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
and the people know that exists, right? But you can't see it, right?
Exactly.
So
know,
obviously there's things out there that exist that can't be seen. There's a whole world
mean-
out there that can't be seen. Like
Do
think
y'all-
about
Yeah.
Do y'all think mermaids exist?
Yes,
I
called
heard
sirens.
they do. You ever
They're-
seen the show?
I've seen the
I
show,
fuck
but
with that show.
they're
That shit
also
hard.
spoken of.
in,
and,
in Haiti. right?
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past because I feel like God did not stop at us.
No.
Like
Bro.
he
No.
is.
You ever seen a
he was
two-headed
born and he
snake?
made
Like,
us,
what the
but,
hell?
Like,
Yeah.
That shit
there is
weird.
so many things.
Look,
in this
you
world
you know
that
how
we
many
have not
times
seen.
you know how many times they say the world's been like wiped out, like the complete existence, everything existing on Earth been wiped out. It's,
And then
it's like
restarted.
it's like 6 or 7 times. So how you say God could make whatever He wants? I feel like He done
You want to know the
did that,
crazy
played
thing?
around, and then every time when He didn't like it, He just
Y'all
Yep.
y'all messing up again.
Yep.
Swipe. But y'all want to know the crazy thing? There's evidence of Noah's Ark. There's evidence that Moses was
Bro,
a person.
it's all evidence.
That's my
It's-
favorite Bible
Jesus
story.
was in the Jesus was in the Roman tablets. They crucified him. You feel me? But
People
that-
gotta understand, like, a lot of stuff nowadays they're telling you not to believe in is for the aspect of if we knew the whole truth, who
we
would
wouldn't respect the people that's running
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Hold on.
That's how I feel.
Can I didn't want to clarify something.
Viewer
I said Jesus, but I don't believe in the
Word.
I don't believe in the modern
The way y'all thinking,
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
y'all think we send
yeah,
it, that ain't what it is. type
what's
shit.
I forgot
I call
the
him.
modern portrayal of Jesus. I don't believe in that.
Caucasian
that,
God.
Yeah, that's
No, first of all, he's not Caucasian. They speak about that. I tell people all the time, y'all say y'all are Christians or whatever y'all want to say y'all are, and y'all don't read the book that correlates to your religion. And honestly, he says it in the book that religions are pagan. You're supposed to follow me in
What's
faith.
pagan though? What does that mean?
Meaning that pagan is
it's like
Like we
idolizing.
created all
Yeah,
those
idolize.
holidays
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
he did.
Yeah.
That the Christmas situation. He was like,
Yeah.
It's
don't
called
idolize
Christmas
some
is
shit.
Saturnalia.
Mm.
Y'all want to
You
be
said
technical?
that last episode.
Can you
Christmas-
repeat that?
Yeah. Christmas is Saturnalia. If you look up what Saturnalia was, and I can pull that up on my phone,
I'm about to pull
it
it
was
up right now.
go ahead, and I'll let you read exactly what Saturnalia is. Easter goes back to a god named Esther. She was a fertility god. Why do y'all think bunnies is all over Easter?
Can I get a definition?
Go ahead.
Saturnalia, the ancient Roman festival of Saturn in December, which was a period of general merrymaking and was the preceder of Christmas.
Yes. Y'all, people don't understand. Like Easter, if you look it up, it goes to a god named Esther. She was a fertility god. That's why bunnies and the eggs and all of that, kids do that Easter egg hunt. That has nothing to do with. I don't say Jesus. I say Yahshua.
Yahshua.
Yes, Yahshua. For the reason of there was no J's back then. If you look that up, that's the newest letter to our alphabet. Jesus in. If you actually look up the name of what Jesus means, it means swine beast.
Yeah.
And in Old Testament, they tell you not to eat what? Swine.
What is
Pig.
Pig.
pig? I love
And
bacon.
think about that. That makes sense. Like if the Romans called Jesus, if the Romans called Yahshua and they were mocking him, instead of calling him, the king of the Jews, they'll call him Jesus, a pig. You hear me? Eat a pig. You know,
I ain't never
like to
heard
mock
that.
him.
Yeah,
I feel
he
never
mocking
heard
him, mocking his ways. He tells y'all not to do something. Let's go ahead and just call him the beast. Let's just go ahead to call him
Swine.
the beast. If y'all
Don't
look,
consume this.
if y'all look up like old, because I don't know if y'all seen, but
Latin roots.
yeah, old Latin and Roman roots, they used to torment people and put them in a brass bull
Oh yeah, light the bottom of it.
and light it on fire. And people used to say it resembled hell.
Then the smoke would come out of it, and it sound like the bull
Bull.
is
The screams would
Yeah.
sound like bulls.
yeah, like a bull roaring.
Yeah. Like y'all really got to get into y'all old history.
Hey,
Right.
that European history stuff, them dudes got some wicked. I mean,
Wicked
all ethnicities got wicked.
ways.
Yeah,
Ways and shit.
you feel me? But yeah,
The people that we taking our religion from, which is Romans and the English,
Yeah.
and you got to think about it all the way down to slave days. Slave days, we did not believe in Christianity. As original black people, we did not believe in Christianity.
That's not ours, bro. That's not
We-
our shit.
We were beaten when we came in.
yeah
with,
assimilated.
yeah, we
You
were.
feel me?
And
not
then,
even
didn't
that.
they use that to make us believe in something?
Listen,
Right?
we were beaten
Make
back
us
then
believe in
with leaves
forgiving.
covered in holy oil and holy water. And they used to say, if you don't confess to Jesus being the Son of God and you believe in Jesus, we're going to continuously beat you.
And them believing in Jesus to them is you can endure this, die in pain, and you can forgive us and go to heaven as long as you forgive us.
Not even that. It was a way to control us because you also
Right.
have to understand we weren't able to read the Bible back then. So now we're believing in something that we can't even read.
Yep.
And then when we learn the ability to read, you realize how many times our Bible has changed, how small it is compared to other people's
the
Bible.
original it's multiple chapters missing
Like
out the
how
Bible,
much
and
money just
that's
to
why.
read the
And look,
original,
that's
though.
why atheists don't believe in none of that stuff. Cause bro,
It's
all
hard
I
to
sound like
hear a lot of atheists say like
it all sound like
he just all the shit.
yeah.
He
it's-
ain't been there when I needed him.
yeah.
That's all I be hearing. But I be like, bro, you gotta really believe though. He ain't just gonna announce himself just cause you.
Not even
you know
just
what I'm
that. You
saying?
gotta go through like torment to
Hell yeah.
understand and accept
Yeah.
your blessings. I say it all the time. You're gonna go through a rough patch in your life, and that's when it really counts. When you're
Right.
sitting there and you're like, "Am I in this by myself? Am I going like all my friends
Nah.
falling off? I'm going through
And
like struggles. I'm getting
God with you.
And then
Yeah.
it's a whole bunch of other religions that say, if you believe in this one, you're gonna go to hell. If you believe in that one, you go to hell. Believe me, you'll be saved. But don't believe in that one because he gonna go you to hell. He's lying to you. No, you're lying to you. Like they don't know what to believe, and it's confusing. So they say, you know what? I'm not gonna believe none of it.
that.
Feel me?
It takes. I say it like this: you only supposed to believe in God. People want to go and say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus was only a representation to tell you that there was. And it's not to say, oh, I am the only son of God. We are all children of God. He came down to show you what we are able and capable of doing when we fully have faith. That's it. You are able and capable. They speak
When
about
you
it.
get that connection with God, you can do these things just like I'm doing. If you get that connection with God, you're gonna be able to do all of this.
And it's
You
a
want
fact.
you want some wine? You
You-
can do that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Get your connection up.
You
That's all
can
you gotta
heal
do.
people from blindness. You can do. There's a story that came out a long time ago. A lot of people know about it. It went viral. Black Jesus story. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Where a man came. He came from, I believe it was Africa, part of Africa, and he was healing people. He was literally
right.
healing people.
Like on some Kevin Gates when he started the engine with his hand.
on stuff like
crazy.
that. But
Crazy.
he was healing people, and a man. He was I believe he was in the CIA or something along those lines, and he was selling. No, well, he was tried to kill him.
Right,
Let me
right,
explain
right.
something to you. And he said it. He was like, this story I was told for a very long time. If I ever spoke on it, they would kill me. I'm getting to that age where if they do it, they do it. I'm getting there. So he came out and he told the full story. He was like, they told him that, hey, we're going to take you around the world and let you perform your miracles and speak of God and all of that. And instead, they set him up to try to kill him. And when they shot him, he didn't die. They shot him dead in the middle of his head, didn't die. So what they did is chopped his body up. They sent him in separate directions.
He came back.
He came back
What a God.
in the office to the man that attempted to kill him and told him, I'm not finna go through this. Y'all don't want me here, and it's apparent. But when I leave, just know I'm not the only entity like this. And they will come back, and they're not going to be as friendly as me.
No, so you said hold on,
Factual.
because I'm into stuff like this. I'm into like the superhero, like that's what he sound like. So you saying
Look up the
bro
story of Black
immortal?
Jesus.
He didn't die,
What's
right?
the story in
Didn't die.
case you wanted to look it up? What was
It's
it?
called The Story of Black Jesus.
Okay.
All right, boom.
And I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you when we
Okay.
leave.
I want to ask you a question. So what's your
Religion or denomination?
yeah
or
yeah
spirituality?
denomination identity?
I was
Denominational
raised as
identity.
Baptist, but I have started to like leave like religion altogether because I feel like it's a feeling, like it's not just like a community of people. It's a feeling that you have with God. Like it's you and God, and it's like nobody else. Like your own relationship with God is your own.
You don't gotta go
relationship.
to a church to get your
Yeah,
relationship.
you don't. And sometimes, I will say, sometimes when I do go to a church, I do feel a lot more connected to God with songs and stuff like that when a lot of other people are feeling the same feeling that I'm feeling. But I don't feel like going to a specific church is going to make me more closer to God. It's me. It's you. It's how you read your Bible. It's how you pray. It's how you, it's how you connect with God. So I don't feel like religion. I feel like we shouldn't have religion at all, honestly.
I used to fall asleep in church.
I'm going to say it like this. They say it in the Bible. The body is the temple. I'm walking in the church every day. I don't need not a congregation, but a group of people to tell me.
The
and
temple
refill
for
me.
what? What is housed in the temple?
But
Money.
then y'all
It's
got
God's house.
That shit money.
So
got-
it's
Our
his
body,
spirit.
yes, we carry an essence of
Okay.
God.
So hold
We're
on.
built in
Let,
His image,
let,
right?
let me ask you this. You said that heaven was up there, though. But if God's present in your body, isn't heaven where God is?
Not exactly. Heaven
This
is
is
where
not-
you go.
It's a place, right?
I'm gonna say it like this,
not
right?
it's
When
not a
we talk
being.
about demons and spirits, and everybody says this, demons and spirits, they need a vessel. Okay?
Yeah. To
Our body-
manifest. Yeah.
What do we have? We have a spirit inside of it, right? That's what keeps us moving. That's what we are. This thing that we're in, this claymation that we're in, is the vessel. When we die, we have to go somewhere. Some stay here, others ascend.
What do you mean stay here?
Ghost, demons, things that cannot go beyond this realm. Okay.
Damn. Is that?
Kinda
Do you
like-
feel like that's
like-
You're
punishment?
still
though?
attached
Is
to
that a
this world.
punishment?
I feel like this is hell. Earth is hell. It's below heaven. So what's below heaven? Hell. I feel like we're in
I'm saying, if you
a middle
look
ground.
around, this is okay. Boom. This is hell, right? What
Yes.
is so punishing about it? I want to know because I didn't find.
Okay,
joy
who
in
made
hell.
who made it hell? Are you saying this
I
world
don't
was
know.
created to be hell?
I'm gonna say it like this:
We're all fighting demons.
we are,
We
yeah,
are-
we're all
we
fighting
are,
demons,
but-
and I feel like we were
Okay.
sent out of our out of heaven because we come from
Our
God.
our origin? Yeah,
we were
okay.
we come out of our origin because I feel like the spirit is recycled. So we may have made mistakes. We may have done things to where we're not accepted into that realm yet.
So we got to keep starting over.
So
Keep
God
going over.
manifest
You
God
think that-
manifest us, and then what? Then what? What? Because she said you're fighting demons, and
Yeah.
then you were saying
Like you fight spirits, you go through things.
Right.
There's no one on this earth that can say I just had the cakewalk of a life.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
It's
what
like
I'm saying?
a
Like,
living hell
I
in
never went
between
through
in
nothing.
yourself. Like you fighting demons with yourself every day. Like, do you know how many people want to die, want to kill themselves every
okay,
day?
so
We
my-
go through depression every day. There's like
And
this
don't even
is
know
it.
why.
This is hell. Like
There's people that go
there's
through that and
so
don't even
many
know
times-
why.
Yeah, there's so many times I've been like, I just want to die. I do not want to be here.
okay. So who made the world? Was the world originally made to be hell?
No.
Or who made it this way?
No,
Who made
but
it
when,
like hell?
when God cast the devil out, he made this his playground. Earth was his playground.
His
so guess
domain.
So why
This
he put
is-
us here?
what?
this is
Because
playground.
we've made
We have to
mistakes. So
choose
now we have
God.
to go ahead and go through our own war.
I was
We
trying to
have
get that answer
choose
out.
God.
Yeah.
You gotta find
We have to
him.
go through our
Okay.
own wars. You know what I'm saying? And truly choose God. There's some people that say, "Oh, I believe in God,"
But
and
that-
don't
but
follow
got
it.
'em in them.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like they
that's
know the
real
truth and
shit.
don't do it. Like I know it's wrong. Like I said, I sin, I do wrong. I know it's wrong for me to eat pork. I may eat bacon every once in a while.
Bacon be hit.
It be hit.
sleeping.
But like when I moved in with my auntie, for 9 years I did not eat bacon. When I moved out
She
here,
made you.
boy,
She
bring
made you.
bacon in that house. Bring pork in that
I'ma
house
get
if
a
you want to.
bacon, double bacon cheeseburger.
Bring pork in that house if you want to. You finna get
beat.
boy. Forget beat. They finna pray over you and about to cast you with
Yeah.
stones.
Yeah, that's
Like
crazy.
nah, we didn't. She did not play that. My auntie did not play that, but she taught me a lot. And I didn't understand back then. So my spiritual journey, like me, you know, leaving Jesus and leaving that alone, all of that started when 2018, 2019 is when I really like got serious with it. So I'm still in the beginning stages of knowing what's the truth. And it's harder now because where we live, the government, all of that, they control a lot of our truth, our information. They only gonna give you
got a mind of our own.
crumbs. They only gonna give you crumbs because if I give you the whole truth, you gonna be sitting here like I don't believe nothing y'all been telling me.
There's a conspiracy.
That
C.
Also, I feel like
Spirit.
with religion, the
spirit.
religion thing, like going to church and stuff, pastors aren't even pastors anymore.
at all.
Pastors are out here being infidels and stuff, not cheating on their wives, doing all this stuff, and like
Being
coming
pedophiles
back
and
to the
shit.
church on Sunday and trying to preach to me about why I'm going to hell. Like pastors are not even pastors.
They
anymore.
don't even,
They barely tell you how to find Jesus. They barely tell you how to find them.
Not
They
even
telling
that.
you why you gonna go ahead.
They telling you the whole wrong story. You get in there and they get to telling you they personal business.
They got
But
that
you-
little
you
white,
said
that little wet
y'all-
rag.
Y'all said
the
something
suit.
interesting to me though. That y'all said that this is hell, but then but then you said that God is up here, and I said that. But you also said he's in here.
Yes. So
He everywhere,
meaning
low-key,
meaning the body is a temple.
Okay.
Okay? Doesn't mean that this is the house of God, but it means that if I'm looking for God, I can
He's already
ask God,
within
hey, when I'm here and I'm in my hardest moments, I can pray
It's
and I
like
know
the guest
He's,
house.
Okay,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
so
He can hear me.
okay, so do you
He's welcomed here.
so do you believe that evil entities can use you to manifest into this world?
Yes. That's how people. That's what's called possession.
Okay, so do you think that's what turned?
Possessed,
Do you think that's what turned this world into hell?
No, like I said, the devil was cast out of heaven. When he cast him out of heaven, he sent him to be the guardian of hell. But guess what? In that breath, this is his playground.
Okay.
This
so
is where
so
he
you think that
feeds
you think
and
that
gets his energy.
So you think the devil is what's causing the world? You think that the devil made the world like this? He made the world. The devil made the world like this, filled with war. And the devil hasn't made a nuke. The devil hasn't made a gun.
No, he
The
do-
devil
guess
hasn't
what?
made
He
made
feed-
any kind of
he
weapon.
feeds off of our insecurities. He feeds off of our mind, our negatives.
And what
If
that
we
gives
don't
them more
believe-
influence.
If I'm gonna say it to you like this: if you pray to anything, it starts to consume your energy.
Yeah.
That's why they tell you don't pray to idols, right? They
Yeah.
make it a big thing. Don't pray to idols. You come down here and you're feeding off your negative energy, your violence, which is spoken in the Bible. Don't do harm unto your neighbor. right? Well, guess what? I'm thinking my neighbor finna kill me. So
Okay.
I'm finna build something to hurt him.
Okay, so is it
That's where it starts.
so the devil is in control of this world right here?
I wouldn't necessarily say
So
in
does he
control.
does he control all the
He
forces?
influences.
Does he control? Okay, he
He
influences.
influences.
Okay, does
he
he?
doesn't have the ability to control.
Does
but
he
he has
control-
the ability to influence?
All right, so I'm gonna ask this: does he control the forces that keep the world together, like that produce air?
No.
Okay, he doesn't do
No.
all of
He
that.
probably got a certain limit of
Like I
Like
said,
he just got influence.
God made this,
I
and
feel-
originally it wasn't made for the devil. You got to think about that. The devil was cast out later.
So
originally,
what does that mean? This was originally meant to be what? If God created it, what was it meant to be originally?
I feel like originally it was a place in between heaven and like a safe place
Okay,
where
and-
God can come and
and-
talk to us.
and
but
come
not-
and we can see him like physically.
in the
Yeah,
Bible it
that'd be
said
tough,
Adam,
I ain't gonna lie.
in the Bible it said Adam and Eve, they were with God in the garden, right?
that wasn't in heaven, but that wasn't here.
Exactly. So what if you living with God? What is that reality?
Let me tell you something.
If this is hell, what would God? What is living with God?
You're talking about
What is
in the
that?
garden. You're talking about that's beyond here.
I'm saying if this is hell,
Uh-huh.
God isn't present. People
Nope.
can't see God.
Right.
But if He was here and there was
what
peace,
would this be called?
What
Is
would this
he's
be
asking.
called?
what would you?
I ain't
call
gonna
it
lie.
this? If you saying
Nah.
this is hell,
Because this is hell.
okay. So what would
Okay.
you think the world would be if God was here and there was peace and there was harmony and love? What would that? What would you?
I would consider it like a safe
Consi-
place, not outside of heaven. I don't consider it heaven or Shaul. I won't consider it that. Reason being is this is not your eternal life. When you come here, you have an expiration date.
Your body does.
Yes.
Right.
But you said that none of us are just straight body. That's the only physical aspect of our
Yes.
existence.
So
we
here-
have mind and spirit.
Here,
Right.
I feel like it's like I'll put it to you like this. It's almost like a training ground. You know what I'm saying? It's
to
not
get
heaven.
to get more like
To get knowledge.
tune-
To get knowledge.
Okay,
You're sitting here. You're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to learn your rights and your wrongs.
Getting somewhere. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe this to be heaven.
Okay,
Heaven
so
is where you go when you made
where's hell?
we're in a realm of it. There's multiple realms.
So
of it.
so it's earth, hell, heaven.
Earth. Yes, exactly that.
So we've manifested. There are demons don't exist on earth.
Your mic,
okay?
your mic, your mic.
Demons don't exist on earth. They exist in the spiritual realm, in hell.
But they can play in this playground.
They
Does
can
that make
only
sense?
they can only get here through a host though.
A
Yeah.
vessel. like,
But guess
yeah,
what?
we
They
just said
cannot
that.
go. They cannot ascend to heaven. That's why I'm
No,
saying that.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is this is a realm of hell. This is
So,
not.
so what is your question? What is your
I feel
what is your
like
number
he's-
one question?
Yeah,
what is
what
your
are you
number one
trying to
question?
get at fully?
Because I don't understand. We bouncing around.
How you're able to manifest hell, you can manifest heaven. That's what I'm saying.
So if we manifested that this
if
is
we're
hell,
ma-
then it's
we're
gonna-
the
it's gonna
people
be
who
hell.
I'm saying that we're the people who made the world like this. Demons don't have no demons don't have no power in this world. They can't do anything physically. They can't manifest. We have the power of manifestations, and but we're connected to the spiritual world where these demons preside. And if you are operating in their sphere of influence, if you're operating in negativity, that's where they live. That's where they feed off of. So now they have a portal, a gateway out from the spiritual world into the physical world.
Right.
And where do demons live? Hell. So you bringing them into here.
So you saying
and
this
they-
isn't hell?
and
right?
they want. No,
That's what
this,
you trying to say?
This isn't hell. We're manifesting hell. How you said that God created this? This was meant to. We're the manifestors, bro. We the people who create the world. God left the world to us because He said, you know what? Y'all don't want to do what I tell y'all. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do, and we manifest. We're manifesting this. So if we had the power, we just have the influence to manifest negativity in the world. That's all I'm saying. And that's the product of that is a experience that is like hell.
And I was gonna say, because you did say this is his playground, this is the devil's playground. I ain't gonna lie, I find some joy in this life. So this can't be 100% his playground, but like you said, he got influence. So
Yeah,
I understand what
because
you
I'm
was
gonna say
coming
it
from.
like this:
Fuck that.
when you drink alcohol and things along those lines, it make you feel good. You experience.
You know, they
joy
call
in
those
moments.
spirits. Liquor, that's
Yes,
called spirits.
Spirits, and it make you feel good. It make you feel a certain way. You may feel like, oh, I'm having the time of my life. Yeah, I'm having the time of my life in this moment, but you realize a lot of times you don't be at peace in those moments.
Oh God, that's
No,
bro,
you're,
Like, you
you're
could
doing
be-
that to try to find some peace. You're
Yeah.
trying to
And
find
you
an
still
escape.
don't. You still
Exactly.
don't. I'll put it to y'all like this. There's very few times that I've experienced true peace. And it made me cry. It scared the mess out of me. When I first went through my spiritual journey, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was terrified. I went through a lot. I did something stupid though. I feel like it was stupid on my half. I started reading the Bible backwards, so I started reading it from Revelations back because I wanted to know what was going on. Like,
Did you
what's
get
going
some
on?
answers?
That's
Did
the
you get
first.
some answers?
That's the first book I read, Revelations.
Boy, yeah, I got some answers.
Did it make sense backwards?
I didn't finish. I got so scared. I'm
The
never
first
gonna lie
thing
to
she
you.
sees is the world destroyed. Fire.
Because not even that, I was going through the aspect of looking for signs of the apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
in my neighborhood at the time when I first moved, literally the entire street was covered in crickets, in the black crickets, and they're considered locusts. So I'm like, this is a plague. Like when I first moved there, I'm like, this is the plague. Like this is it. Like he is coming. And then on top of that, I don't know if y'all seen the cathedral that burned down from the top, fell from the top.
Cathedral.
Yes, there was a cathedral in France, I believe. Don't quote me on my geology. I am so bad. But there was a cathedral, and I'll show y'all a video. It's called I Pet Goat. If you ever watched that, it was actually I Pet Goat was made from the New World Order, the Illuminati, and it was to predict upcoming events, including like the false prophet and everything. And it showed a cathedral burnt, like breaking down from the top. And this video had came out years ago, a long time ago. That cathedral broke down. What, last year? If I'm not mistaken, last year, a year before. That cathedral.
So
fell.
they predicted. Did they predict it to make it happen though?
I feel like it was predicted. It was other
'Cause
like
you could predict
It's
something
it's
that
another
make it
prediction
happen
that they're
for
gonna
sure.
start building the third temple in Jerusalem once the apocalypse is. That's supposed to be a sign of the apocalypse.
Remember, I also talked about those pyramids actually being energy forces. That's why we're not allowed to be in them. People want to believe that we're just the smartest beings, and we're the
Hell nah,
first
we
smartest
Goofy
beings.
as hell.
No, we are not. We are not the first ones to be here. We are not the smartest beings. There's things that are way beyond our time. Why do y'all think
That
they
we can't
building-
even see.
Bro,
Why do
I
y'all think they
heard
build an
some shit.
artificial intelligence the way they build an artificial intelligence?
I don't know. I can't even give you the answer.
They're
But, like-
they're trying to take our minds and put it into something that cannot die because they want to understand further, and they know that this body
like
has
on
an
some
expiration.
like some iRobot, like
Yeah.
putting our brains in some robots.
On some putting our knowledge, not necessarily our brain, but our knowledge.
Our consciousness.
I think
Downloading
our
our
consciousness.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be tough. Would
They
y'all
can't-
do it if y'all
Have
had
you heard
to? If
of-
y'all could
But
pay,
people can't replicate consciousness. We
Yeah.
can't produce consciousness. We can't.
so we
we
can't like keep our
manufacture
brain
it.
running
That's,
forever.
no, I'm saying consciousness is something that can't be manufactured, bro.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah, our
it's not.
consciousness
It's
do
not.
come
ta-
with the
it's
sense
not
of reality, I
It's
guess,
not
huh?
tangible.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist in the physical world, but it's something that you're connected to.
Right.
So you're connected to, and think about your consciousness.
Do we need our Do we need our heart and stuff to keep our consciousness though?
Okay, so look, your consciousness is
Is the awareness, right?
yes.
All right.
That's your tool to know how to operate in the spirit,
Okay, yeah.
so you don't be in the wrong side of the realm, and then you manifest it. Your body is the,
consciousness-
it connects. The spirit connects to your body. The body connects to your
So
mind.
I couldn't replace my body with something that'll never like.
I'm saying
get
if
old
you
and
if
stuff
you
like
lost if you lost your body, then your consciousness would have a purpose. That's what your
You
mind.
can't reboot.
No, fam.
I'm
No.
gonna put it to you
I
like
ain't know.
this:
That'd be
your
tough.
consciousness is kind of based off of your right and wrong, and what you believe is right and wrong, and that's based off.
It's
But
your
if you
awareness.
change it with an artificial, right? It's gonna make a right based off of how do I want to put
It's
this?
coded. It's
Yeah.
data. It's not
Like,
consciousness,
What the
bro.
right
It's-
thing
Can y'all hear
would
me?
be
Can y'all
to
hear
do-
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
with consciousness comes emotions and feelings and
It's
and-
like seeing
and
somebody on
different
the street
variations.
and they asking for change, right? Like if you artificially made that consciousness, they're gonna automatically say, "Yeah, it's right to give them money. It's right to give them money because they're on the street, they're homeless." Our consciousness of knowing our environment is gonna say, "They're on drugs," and I can clearly tell. I'm not gonna feed into their negativity, even though I know they need help. I'm not gonna give you money because I know that this is not gonna benefit you. A few months later, you might end up on the streets dead. I'm not going to feed into that. Whereas an artificial conscience will go ahead and say, it's just right to go ahead and give them money because they're homeless and that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
We have our own aspect of what's right and wrong in our consciousness. What tells us what's right in that moment. Versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's also like, okay, you walked in and you see somebody committing a abominable crime. You see a sibling or somebody getting raped. Your immediate consciousness would say, I'm finna hurt them. I'm finna kill them. But an artificial conscience would say, nah, the wrong thing to do is to hurt, kill.
Y'all ever seen RoboCop?
Hey, it sounds familiar.
The cop that's
a robot.
It's
Yeah.
a robot,
I
but
know
he's
it,
half,
but human have robot.
conscious.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, bro. I'm just saying.
But
he's
you gotta
half conscious, but
understand.
he couldn't die because of.
You
what I'm saying?
you have an expiration date. If you
Right,
start
right.
taking
I
Your
things
body
out,
does.
yeah. But if you start the body does. So if you start taking things away from that to take away from that expiration date, do you really think that you're still gonna be yourself?
Makes sense.
Because I mean, the brain is gonna deteriorate no matter how you put it. It's matter. You know what I'm saying? Everything in this earth recycles itself. It turns to dirt and dust, no matter how you put it. Brick is gonna break down and it's gonna turn to sediment. It's gonna go back to dust, no matter how you.
Why do you
how
think the
tough you put it.
pyramids never broke down though? Like,
Because they had knowledge we don't have right now.
Exactly.
They were more advanced back then than we are now. Yeah.
like if
I think this is a purgatory, honestly.
Try it.
I know you said this is hell, but I feel like it's a purgatory.
Like it's a
And
level.
I feel like God is actually, like, I want to say this, but I feel like God is actually allowing the devil to like have this as a playground.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's like taking control over the whole earth, because honestly, I do feel like God sometimes he roams the earth. Like, we can see angels and stuff. There's guardian angels.
And that's what I was gonna get on as well, because there is physical deities. Nope, now you're off. There is physical deities. You know what I'm saying? And
you turned it off. It's just off.
damn. Oh, okay.
there
never
you
mind.
go.
Appreciate that.
Let me
Appreciate that.
Let me show you what I'm
Oh,
talking
and check.
about.
All right.
All right. So when he separated everything, this is us, Earth.
Put it in the middle.
The
I wanna
mic.
see too.
Yeah.
This is Earth, right?
Here, get your mic. Speak to the mic.
And then you have the underworld, which is under us, which we would call hell. And then above us, we have heaven, which is, I believe it says heaven of stars or something along those lines. And then above that is the heaven of heavens.
But it's a book about that. My fault.
Yeah, you did yell in my ear.
It's
That's
a
what I
book
was
about
getting
that,
at.
though. That's crazy.
Okay, so where does bad come from?
Underworld,
Okay, so where does good come from?
heaven of heavens.
Okay, so can you manifest good? Do people manifest good or bad? Can I manifest good and bad?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so if I'm manifesting bad, what am I manifesting?
You're manifesting underworld activity,
Okay, so if I'm manifesting good, what am I manifesting?
heavenly activity, but
Okay,
it doesn't mean that you're in heaven.
Okay, but the purpose is if I'm manifesting, if majority of the population is manifesting underworldly activity, is making the environment
Hell.
hell-like, and
yeah.
that's where
Now I
Satan,
get what
demons,
you're
wherever,
checking.
that's where they can operate in. That's where
Yes.
they're able to manifest in.
But that all comes from different cultures believing in everything that they believe in because it's
Okay,
the
so
idealistic
and
terms
I wanted to get to
everything.
this point. So think about this. In every different religion, there's something, a common ground between them. So, for example, if she believed in Christianity and you believed in Islam and she believed in Hinduism, there's a similarity because each of these, even Judaism, all of them,
How they good and they bad.
Yes.
not
I get
even
it.
just that, but
But
look, they all believe in the same thing. They all believe that there is a deity, a supreme deity that's controlling all natural forces.
Yeah.
They believe in a messenger that the deity sent in order to tell the population, make the population aware of their connection with that deity.
The gods just look different. They got different names.
But it's all the same.
But
If you
it's the
believe,
same
if you, it don't matter
focus-
what it
focus
don't
point.
matter what the God look like. It don't matter what who the messenger
They
name
doing
is.
the same thing. They
If
got
you
the same
believe it,
message.
if you believe that there's a deity and you believe that he sent a messenger to, interact with the population on Earth, then y'all believing in the same thing.
I've been saying that. Yeah.
The
I've been saying
problem, the
that.
problem that we're having, or the disconnect, like that starts the wars, is the name. Everybody
Or
wants
what's
to-
right and what's wrong.
That's
what
called
it
a
is.
water bottle. That's called apple. Oh no, it's called a phone. It don't matter what the fuck you call it. It's still gonna be what it is.
And that's why he tells you, do not focus on my name. It says it in the Bible. Do not focus on my name.
So what do we
Focus on my message.
Focus on the message. Focus on the actions. Focus
on the
on.
message.
Yeah.
Hey, for real.
Like
This for them.
I tell people all the time, like, I don't care what you call it. I prefer you to not call it anything.
And they
like,
do all have
preferably-
the same message, bro. Righteousness.
Yes.
Righteousness is how you get your strengthen your connection with your creator.
Yeah. That's why, like, when I say God, a lot more times I say the Most High, meaning the
The
most
highest force, the highest energy.
the highest spirit, the highest force, because He knows that I'm trying to talk to Him. And hey, I may have the names wrong, but you know who I'm trying to get to, versus me saying, "Oh, your name is this," and I'm gonna say your name is this, because the whole time, what if that's a whole different deity or a whole different idol, and I'm praying.
Yeah, exactly. Like
And-
when
and
they
now
go,
I'm getting-
like when you go to church, bro, they say, "Oh, you put your hands up and allow the spirit of God." Bro, in my opinion, bro, God is not an external spirit. How she said, His spirit is within you. So when you opening your arms and you you opening your body to different spirits, bro.
Yeah.
Like then what they gonna tell you after that? Oh, put the tide in the bucket. You just open your body to a spirit.
Basically, that's what it is. God is really what it is. Is like it's like a candle in you that's not lit. So you asking God to light this candle inside of you.
That's
so
a
you
good
can
analogy.
start.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Have y'all ever went through like a spiritual minute where you were by yourself and you got like a warm feeling, like you were going through something,
Yep.
you prayed, and you're like, all of a sudden it felt like you had like a release or like a warm
Yeah,
feeling.
I cried, bro. I cried and broke down,
Yep.
but I released all of that and I felt good after.
I went to I believe it was 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. Spring break. I had went to South Padre. Now I wasn't going to South Padre for what everybody else go to South Padre.
Hey, it was lit though, probably.
For me, yeah, but I wasn't hanging with my crowd at all.
You ain't go with your friend?
I went with one of my friends, but I didn't go out there like meeting a whole bunch of people. You know how people
Oh,
like get together,
yeah,
party, this, that, the
yeah.
third. I had never been to the beach. Never been to the beach.
Never.
I had never been to the beach at that time. And I had went through a lot. I had just lost a friend of mine. He had died. It was just, I lost like 3 of them. And it was a lot. And I sat on the beach, and it was like middle of the morning when we had first got there. My friend was still inside the hotel room, and I told my mom I was going to head out. And our hotel room was literally on the beach, and I sat on the beach, and I prayed. And I don't know what happened, but I ended up in tears. And it was from being so, like, it was like I was being consoled. Like, if everything's okay, it's okay. You're all right.
Damn.
And I had never felt so whole.
You want some drink?
Nah, I got this water. But
It's
I had,
also about the place that you're in too, because you said you were on the beach.
Yep.
Because I feel like there's certain places, like right here, I cannot pray to God and just be. I could not hear Him right now. If I was at the beach right now, I'm hearing the waves of the water.
Get a little closer to your mic.
I'm hearing the waves of the water, and it's just like silence and everything.
and I feel like that's
when
one
you
of the
can
most
get really
pure
connected
places
to
too.
God.
The water,
Yep.
because they can't explore it. We can't really change it. We can't do nothing to it.
It's just that's something that God created, and nobody has changed.
Exactly. On the land, we've done a lot of stuff to it. We've killed and murdered. This land is covered in blood. But I
Thank you.
just felt like when I went out there, I had never felt peace like that before. Then I went through my spiritual journey. I went through a time after I read Revelations where I couldn't even go to sleep. Like, I couldn't, literally it felt like there was a spirit behind me. And I was terrified. And I remember one time I just prayed to God, and I was like, God, I need you to take what I'm feeling. Like, really just take it away from me. Cast it away into the deepest abyss. Like, I need you to take it from me. And I had that same warm feeling. And I was at home, had that same warm feeling that I had never experienced before. And every time I experience that feeling, like, it literally overwhelms me, makes me cry.
So
It's a good feeling.
what do you
though.
think that feeling
Yeah.
is?
I feel like it's God telling me without telling me, I'm here. Like, I'm present.
He's showing he's letting you feel His love for you.
Yes, not necessarily a love.
It's just like Him showing His presence without actually being
Showing,
physical.
yeah. I
So
was
you're feeling His presence.
yeah.
So you
'cause-
know He's there.
Yeah, because in those
So
moments
what
I
is
felt
that presence?
alone.
A loving presence?
Yeah, it's like a warm feeling. Like, it's a feeling that I can't explain. It's one of those situations where you're just sitting there and you're like, what did I just go through?
Do you think atheists can feel that, even if they don't believe in him?
Yeah.
Because he'll like he'll like
It-
prove his
it's
point.
born
to
in
them.
you. It's born in you. That same feeling is possible for every person in this who's born, bro. You're born with that. Like, you're born with, that's part of your existence. That love, that connection to God. That's
You're born with it,
how
you
you
just-
feel. You born with it. But it's just your option if you feel it or not. If you choose not to
yeah.
believe in it, you cut off from it.
I
You
say-
That's
cutting
what I was
yourself.
asking.
You're
If they
cutting
not, because you
yeah.
asked for it, right? Like you asked for it.
Yeah,
So do you
in
think
that- in
an
that moment
atheist
I
could
asked for
like
it.
get it without asking for it?
Yeah,
You think
because
he'll do
I
that
told
to
you
certain-
when I went on to the beach, like I prayed, but I was praying because I was angry, and I had so much disparity inside of me. Because, like I said, I had just literally the week that I left, I had lost a friend. So I'm
How
like,
was you able to go on that trip?
I knew something was telling me I needed to go. Like I needed to leave Dallas for a little bit. I needed a break, and I'm one of those people like when a lot of things bad is going on around
You
me,
want to leave that
I
area.
leave the environment. So I was cool with it. Like when I was younger, I told you I moved to Atlanta. I'm used to kind of traveling around whether something's going on or not. So I felt like I really need, and I told my best friend before I left, because she was a big Christian, but she didn't believe my spirituality. Like when I tell her, I can tell when something's gonna happen. Like I've always relied on God. As a child, I've always been really, really in touch with God. Like I've never been that kid that's like, oh, prove to me how God's real. Like I used to tell my mom, because my mom, she was atheist before she met my dad, because she went through a lot. So when I used to come to her and I'd be like, I'm gonna put y'all in my business. My dad had did something, and my mom was having nightmares that morning. I woke up that morning, my mom was having, like, I could tell, you could tell somebody's tossing and turning, and I didn't wake her up. But when I originally got up, before I even checked on her, there was a spirit standing in my doorway, like literally.
What is up with you and seeing these shit?
And I've always been able to see stuff as a child. It's always been.
You're
like
not the
that.
only girl to say that though. Well, you're not the only person to say that.
I've always been able to see spirits. I've been able to tell
mean,
when
bro,
something's
you
gonna
are a
happen.
spirit.
Yeah. And I've always been in touch with the spiritual realm. I've never closed myself off. Then on top of that, when I lived with my auntie for a very long time, she doesn't let us use fluoride toothpaste. She wasn't letting us eat certain things together. We fasted a lot. We prayed
This
a
your
lot.
Annie?
Yes.
Your Annie is on the song.
You want to know something,
So-
bro? Go ahead.
Well, I woke up and I had never seen my grandmother. If you know me, you know I've never grew up with grandparents. My grandmother was standing in my doorway, and I could vividly tell that was my grandmom. And she's standing there in my doorway telling me, "You need to get up, baby. You need to get up. You need to get on your feet, and I need you to get up." And she walks down the hallway in the house that I'm living in now. Mind you, the house I'm living in is a brand new build, so no one has died there, no one has lived there. And I walk down the hallway and I don't see anyone. So I'm like, what the heck?
You would start to follow her.
Yeah, I got up to follow her. Cause I'm like, Granny, like, and I'm 20 at this time. So I know I'm not no kid just seeing stuff. Like I'm grown, knowing I'm not crazy. And I walked down the hallway, and that's what made me go check on my mom. Went to look for my dad. My dad was nowhere to be found. I didn't hear from my dad until 5 o'clock that afternoon, finding out terrible news. A whole bunch of things had happened. And we had been calling him all day. Mind you, the person that came to me was his mother. When I tell you, and I told my dad about it, and he was like, he almost broke into tears, because he was like, your grandma passed right before you were born, and I always wanted you to meet her. And he was like, for her to come to you when I was in complete distress scared the mess out of him. Scared the daylights out of him. He was like, but I'm so grateful that she had the ability, or even if it was a spirit, because we talk about angels are not something pleasant that you want to see. Everybody speaks of it in the Bible. When you see a spirit, a lot of them get startled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, I was grateful that she came to you, because I needed the support. I needed the help. And I woke up feeling like something was wrong. Like I was like looking around, and I'm very intuitional, very, very intuitional. Like she knows I'm very intuitional. I can tell you when something is about to happen. I get feelings when something bad is about to happen.
Dreams.
Yeah, when I was dating someone, I had dreams that like
That's something we all get though. That's something we all have.
No.
That's ability we all have. We all have
We all,
intuition.
yeah, we do all have intuition.
That's the gift God gave us, bro.
Some people have calloused their intuition and calloused their abilities, and I feel like mine have always just been like an open door, and it's been
sharp.
overwhelming. Because like I've had times where I was dating this dude, and I was having dreams for weeks on end that I'm in a car with him and his ex-girlfriend, and she has an unknown child sitting on her lap. Come to find out, she's pregnant, and he knew about it the entire time while we were in a relationship. And he was just telling me, like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he finally came out and told me, and I was like, I already knew. As soon as he said it, because I said it when he got in an accident, like, I already know you got a baby on the way. And he got mad. He got furious. A few weeks later, he came out and was like, it's this, and that. And, yeah, I got a baby on the way. And I'm like, I already knew. Like, God had already showed me this. I've been having this dream for 3 weeks on end, and it feels like torment. And I'm like, what is going on?
Have one of y'all had that happen? A dream that came to fruition?
Yeah.
Probably.
Many times, honestly.
My dad, if y'all ever get the chance to like have a conversation with him, he'll tell you like he don't like talking for that aspect of he can speak stuff into existence.
Yeah.
And
Power of words.
And I have that ability real bad. Like I told my friend at the time I was taking her to a job interview, and I tell a lot of people this story. Everybody knows me that knows the story. I was taking her to a job interview, and she was running late. She was like, "I'm gonna just tell them that we're in traffic," and I'm like, "From where I live to where you need to go, you better off telling them you caught a flat." And she like, "I'm not telling them I'm caught a flat. That don't make sense. It don't sound logical. Everybody says that when they're doing something." She was like, "It's just automatically gonna get me in something," and I felt like a bubbling in my spirit, and I'm like, "Nah, bro, tell them you caught a flat." And she's like, me and her are arguing about it at this point, and I just like I get quiet for a minute because when I get mad, I get really really quiet, and something just makes me yell, and I'm like, "Tell them you caught a fucking flat." As soon as I scream at her, "Tell them you caught a fucking flat," her passenger front wheel blows. There's nothing in the road. We're on the freeway, nothing in the road. And she was just about to send the message. I turned to her. I said, "Did you send him the message that you were in traffic?" She said, "No. I'm going to tell him we caught a flat." And I was like, "I told you." And
So you spoke that?
I knew it was about to happen. I had a feeling already that it was about to happen. I tell people all the time, like, sometimes I don't like saying stuff because I know what's about to happen. So I feel like if I don't say it, maybe it won't happen. And then it happens anyways.
So from now on, you gonna start saying it?
Yeah, I say it. From now on out, like, people, like, sometimes I get a feeling where I'll be trying to shut up and not say it, and it still come out. I'm like, "God, why did you do that? Like, why did you control my tongue like that?" Like, I was not trying to tell them what was going to happen. Like, if it was going to happen, it was just going to happen.
How did it come about? Like, you gotta know them for a while, or
No.
you gotta have a dream
Intuition.
first?
No, it be straight intuition. Like, I can meet people on the street and
Know
sometimes be
something.
moved.
Have a feeling something about to
Yeah.
go down.
I've-
So look though, is that a where does that ability come from? Where do you think
God.
that ability
I
comes
feel like
from?
that comes from a true connection or essence of God, like having a deeper essence of God.
Okay, so do you believe that God is his love is unconditional?
Yes.
Like he doesn't pick and choose who to love, and
No.
he
I don't
loves
feel-
everyone the same amount.
I feel like he doesn't pick and choose who to love. I feel like those who have always kind of turned towards him, he gives them.
But
tools.
does he have the same amount of love for everyone? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For
Yes,
all his
because-
creations.
Yeah.
And I say that because there's no sin that's bigger than another sin. So that's why I say it's unconditional, because if God say, okay, all right, you could kill somebody, and you could pray to God and say, "Hey, forgive me.
And he'll
I'm
forgive
gonna
you.
follow you." He's gonna forgive you.
He-
He's gonna love you the same.
He talks about it in the
as
Bible
me,
that
who
he
stole a pencil
there
from,
was
from a
murderers.
child or something.
that he saved. There's prostitutes that he saved. There's plenty of people.
Okay, so with that being said, we know he loves everyone the same amount. Do you think that he will give you ability and not give the same ability to the rest of his creations that he created in his image, just like you?
He might, bro. He
I'm
might give
I'm
everybody
gonna
the
also
same.
say this. This also goes back to like heritage, and I don't, or not. Yeah, heritage. I don't want to be that person.
That it run in your family.
Not necessarily just that. But yes, but no. When we talk about like races, different races, Esau was like a cursed child, and
Who was up?
Esau and damn, what's the other kid's name? Jacob.
yeah.
Jacob and Esau.
So that's where in the Bible, that's where they say Caucasian people came from. redhead, lighter skinned.
Blue eyed.
Well, it was like furry chest, red
very
hair on the
hairy.
chest. Yeah.
And that's where they say, oh, like, if you look up scientifically, you know how they try to say that we came from monkeys? They say that Africans don't have that DNA. We don't have the DNA to go back to cavemen. People that have the DNA to go back to cavemen are Caucasian people. And it's creepy to me.
Can you like explain that though?
So you're saying
I
that?
don't get it. I
So-
get it, but I don't get it.
So do you think?
When you
go
talk
ahead.
about evolution, because if you ask a lot of like scientists where we came from, they say Big Bang Theory and then evolution, right? Which this is another reason why I don't believe in there not being a God. If we came from monkeys, why do we still got monkeys? But that's beside the point. So
You know the different stages of evolution, like they say we came from Neanderthals and then Apocryphals.
Who are
or
the parents
no,
though?
No, look, those weren't stages of evolution. Those were all different species that lived on Earth at one point. There were 7 different species on Earth. We're the surviving human-like species.
yeah.
Like they believe either we hunted the rest of them off in the war, or some kind
Or
of.
we died off.
Or the other belief is that you know how I was talking about the Book of Enoch and the Great Flood, there were all this other stuff. Like, and he only picked a Homo sapien. His name was Noah, and told him build an ark, take your family, and one of all the two of every animal. You feel me? That's not corrupted or something like that. Then boom, now there's no more. There's only humans. There's no more.
Back to Jacob though. Back to Jacob and whoever the other
And
two was.
Esau.
Who are the parents of those?
I can't
remember
I'm
the
not
name
even
of
gonna
the
lie
parents.
to you. I don't.
Are they gods or something?
No.
They just regular people.
No, bro. They it was a follower of God, and then he blessed his follower with. This was the people. These were the original
Abraham's
people
children?
who found. I think it might have been Abraham, Jacob. Yeah, I think it was Abraham.
Abraham's children. If you know the story of Abraham and what happened, like he was supposed to get one was supposed to receive a blessing from God. One was a hunter, the other one was not. Esau was the hunter, and Jacob, I believe.
He finessed Esau out of the inheritance.
Out of his blessing.
What'd he do?
Like he
Abraham was going blind,
Yeah.
so his mom came to him and was like, "I already know what your daddy's about to do. So what I'm gonna do is have you dress up in, I believe it was
like,
lamb's wool,
Yeah, make it feel
cover
like it
you
was
so
a
you
chest.
feel like you were hairy, so that way he can go ahead and bless you."
And then he gave it was something about Esau. He gave him like some soup and traded him some soup for.
So
For something.
Jacob had found Esau in the middle of like a field, and he was direly sick, and he told him like, the only way I'm gonna save your life is if you go ahead and just give me the inheritance.
So he did.
And he was like, "Bro, like I'm dying," and he's like, "Well, if you're gonna die anyways, might as well give it to me." And it was one of those situations where he was tricked
survived.
out. Yeah, he survived because Jacob gave it to him, and he swapped the inheritance, and that's how things kind of went about.
And he got mad, and,
Yeah,
wanted to kill him and all that good stuff.
exactly. But
That's interesting. This new to you?
This is new to me.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Jacob
I
and
heard
Esau.
it
I
more
was
than
gonna say,
That's
y'all gotta go
that's
through
a
y'all.
story.
That's in the what?
That's
In
a
the Bible.
biblical story.
That's in the Bible.
Okay.
I used to be one of those people. I used to go to Barnes and Noble and read the. It's almost like they make it like a T page for the Bible, but it's like the truth within it, like what really was going down, what was really the tea, because they talk about like how the prostitute got saved and all of that situation.
Really?
Yeah.
Saving hoes already?
Because God had sent 2 disciples, I believe, 2 disciples down, and at the time
They were trying to get at him?
no, they were going to kill him, and she overheard, and she told them to hide in her house.
It was Ezekiel and Eli and Ezekiel.
Cain. What's them kids called?
Cain and Abel.
Yeah, what's that about?
That one's the first murder.
Yeah, Cain murdered.
first murderer?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
those were
murdered his
Adam.
brother.
I think them were Adam and Eve's kids.
He killed his brother, right?
Yeah.
He was jealous of his brother, so he killed his brother.
Damn.
He's one of the first murderers in the Bible. Or first murderers.
That's
period.
how that manifested into the world. He was the first. Yeah.
Do y'all be believing all these Bible stories?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe the majority of them. And I tell people all the time, when you read the Bible, some of that stuff is metaphorical because our Bibles have changed. We do not have the original.
So it's like
text.
deeper than what it's saying?
What's
I
one
feel
you don't
like-
believe in?
I feel like we
What is
get
that?
crumbs.
What's one you don't believe in?
I ain't never read the Bible. Like
Okay, what's a story
Ready,
you
ready.
heard that you really just that you know is from the
I'm,
Bible?
I'm open minded.
Okay, what about Noah's Ark? You heard the Noah's Ark?
That's my favorite one, dude. I
Okay,
think
so-
that's real.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the movie.
But you know they made a remake of Noah's Ark, like a 2022 version of Noah's Ark
The one dude
with the rocks, like with the rock people, and they were actually Nephilim people.
Nah, I'm talking about the one where
Nephilim.
he was like.
The
Yeah.
giant.
I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about when he was like a businessman at first. He had wife, kids, and then like.
Oh, I know what
the
you're
funny
talking about,
version of it
yeah.
in a sense, but
Nah.
then it got real. With
There's
the black
like
lady on it.
there's a lot of stuff like if you really go back into. I say it like this: if you want to believe in, if you don't know what to believe in, just do history on where we are, and start back, and just start tracking yourself back.
That's gonna
Man,
that's gonna take some.
believe in,
years,
just
goddamn.
believe in doing good, bro. That's how you get your
Yeah.
connection.
That's
with
how I
God.
live. I do good by everybody.
And that's
know what I'm
that's.
saying?
I mean, y'all.
Even
y'all
if I feel like they got bad intentions, I
Now-
ain't that type of person.
what I do also believe is, in the same breath, doing good by somebody that is planning to do you wrong. The best thing that you can do is leave them alone.
Yeah.
Because you can't do no wrong if I ain't do nothing to you. And I ain't give you the space and the opportunity to do something
it.
to
Yeah,
me.
true.
Because, I mean, yes, it does show true strength, but you don't always have to show your true strength. That's why I say being feminine, you can be strength, you can have strength and be feminine. You can be a strong woman and still be feminine. People feel like it's a masculine trait. It's not a masculine trait. It's how you carry yourself. I can be a very strong woman based on my mindset, and I could still be a very feminine person.
Right.
It's just how you go about things.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Like, you have women that are quick to get into the rah-rah, the fighting, the arguing, the screaming, the yelling, and they feel like that shows strength.
That does not.
Me being able to walk away from that situation shows strength because I have the ability to restrain myself. That's something that a lot of people don't possess.
Or just getting your point across instead of yelling about it.
I don't have to get my point across. There's no reason for me to feel like I have to get a point across.
What-
I don't have to teach you anything. I'm not here to teach. You know what I'm saying? You're here to learn on this earth, yes, but it's not my sole responsibility. God did not say, hey, you, right there, you gonna teach people how to act. He didn't do that. I'm down here learning just like you are. So
You don't think he be giving people certain tasks?
yeah, I feel like we do all have certain tasks, but it's not my job to go and teach every woman, hey,
Enforce it.
Yeah.
Like, force it, but
no, like
at
how I
least
carry
speaking to 'em.
myself will teach another person. Does that make sense? Because people will look up to other people whether they want to say it or not. How I carry myself, somebody's going to look up and say, you know, I realize that person don't get into nothing, or she don't do this, or she don't do that. Maybe if I just follow little things along her ways, I don't have to be her. But if I follow things like her, like, oh, she don't get mad every time somebody wants to try to call out her name. She just separate herself.
Is imitate them.
Yeah.
Imitate that.
That's a form of teaching somebody. I didn't tell
Oh,
you what
I
I was
wanna- I
doing.
wanna
You just
imitate them.
witnessed it. That's what people, remember we was talking about that false rapper image?
Yeah, that's what people doing now.
They're imitating them because they
Yeah.
want to have their lifestyle.
True.
So why don't you imitate the people that you want to like have an actual lifestyle? Like, oh, I want to endure peace. Okay, well, if you want to go through peace, follow this person that you realize is actually peaceful.
Yeah,
truly
find your
peaceful.
peace, bro. I agree. Find your peace.
Like, that's a really big.
That should be mandatory.
Yeah, I
It
feel like
feels
that
real
should be your
good.
first journey. Like before you meet
So where does peace come from?
within.
You got, but
You
no,
have to
it's a
have a-
journey, bro. Like
Yeah.
you gotta find it. You gotta be willing to find it. You remember you was like you was on the beach and you like just cried and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got a similar. I mean, I didn't cry and stuff, but I had a similar story. It's just like, bro, I just took a day out. Like, it happened out of nowhere, but I just walked a big ass trail, like from like a 2-hour trail, and I was just walking, listening to music, like, and I was just taking in everything. I was going through a lot of shit, and
Have y'all ever been to Cedar Ridge Preserve?
Yeah.
nah, I haven't.
Okay, so they just opened up another trail out there. I go out there on a regular.
And you
We
walk
all
it.
Yeah, we all gonna
Shit
have to
peaceful,
go.
bro.
It is so. It feels like you're
Get
in
some
a whole-
bikes.
You can't.
I want to
bike it.
walk. I want to
No,
walk.
You
though.
can't bike
It's
that
too
one.
small.
Oh
Like,
dang.
I was gonna say not even that they have stairs, but the stairs are made
Oh,
out of
dang.
like logs and tree limbs and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, we gonna break
But-
some.
I've
Break a
slid,
bone. Oh, dang.
but no cap. When I tell you, when I get overwhelmed, I feel like, cause I can't just go to the beach out here. Ain't no beach close to Dallas like that.
Unless you
So-
move to Houston.
That's still not close enough.
The
Yeah.
Galveston one.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's still not close enough. I am not finna get in my vehicle. If I cannot walk there, if I cannot catch a bus there, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, or drive my vehicle there readily right now and I have to refill it 2 times. Then it's not close enough. So I go out there when I'm feeling overwhelmed or I just need to get an escape. And it feels like I'm in a whole different place. It don't even feel
Real
like-
shit, bro. Like, have you ever walked the trail or just walked?
I was
Bro,
gonna say,
it's
if y'all
so
not busy,
peaceful.
we'll go. We'll go.
It's so peaceful.
No cap.
I fuck with that.
Bet.
Speaking of,
I don't want to hear no complaining either. My leg hurt. My back.
I fuck with
I'm
nature.
dehydrated. I need
fuck with
water.
the nature.
Yeah,
I
I was
wanna
gonna say we
break.
do need to bring water when you go down.
As long as it ain't too hot, bro. Yes, I'm gonna get irritated.
No,
It's
the
covered.
trees.
The trees cover it. You can't see
Yeah.
out like it.
And then it's
What I'm thinking
then it's
of is
fall,
so
bro.
you saying it's big trees and it's just a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
That sound like some
It ain't scary.
Scary
and it's a lot of
movie.
No,
people
I
there.
wouldn't say nothing scary. I was
Freddy
gonna say that
Krueger,
sound like some
Jason in the woods.
that sound
Chainsaw
hella
Massacre.
like we walking into another dimension. That's what
That's
sound
what it
like.
feel like at times.
Y'all fuck with Lil Baby album.
I ain't listen to it fully. I'm gonna just be.
I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of mid. I fuck with like 3 songs on the hill. Out of what, 15, 20? Fuck like, you ain't listen to it?
Nah.
It's kind
Bro,
of
I'm trying to break away, fam. Them, bro.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
barely could listen. Like
I did a
full through,
3-month
I could-
fast of no
No
rap,
rap?
music, no hip hop. It was the most.
You
it
won't
was
catch
great.
me listening to hip hop. I'm a R&B girl.
What you like 90s, 2000s, 80s?
Everything.
All of it.
Everything. All.
Yeah, she do.
What's your go to R&B song right now?
Probably Kim.
Kim?
Yes.
Who that?
KM. Kim.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my god.
That's a regular trail. I'm thinking
Like,
you talking
I
about.
Show me,
Stop
show me a
loving
song real
it.
quick. Show me a song.
Okay.
Show me a song. That look clean. That look. I mean, we could probably ride our bikes, but that'd be lit.
would.
I was gonna say there is certain trails you can bike, but there's certain trails you cannot. Like it'll be straight stairs, but they lead to different areas. Like one of them leads to where you can. It feels like you're on top of a mountain. You can look out and see. They have a lake.
I
want
want to move to Utah for that reason. I want to go
I
to
wanna
Utah.
live in
so
Oregon.
bad.
I
You
wanna
want to
live
live in
in
Oregon?
Oregon. Yeah.
I heard there's some shit up there too.
Beautiful.
Nature.
I really want to get away
You
from
know any
the
of these
United
songs?
States.
No, to be honest, right.
I
Iceland.
fuck with that. That's
I love
Kim.
all
My
Kim.
fault.
Oh
Okay,
God,
yeah,
I can
yeah,
fuck.
Oh my
I
god.
fuck
You
with
move to
that. Real
Iceland,
close.
you build a house. Just know I'm coming.
Just to
Make sure you got me a guest house in the back.
Facts. Iceland. What's another place?
Bro,
Greenland.
this is place
Greenland
in
too
Greece.
cold.
Greenland hella cold. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. I want you to survive in that bit.
Man, Alaska. I go to Alaska too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah,
I was just listening to
It's just too many. The influences in America is just too.
much.
Yeah, it's giving very demonic.
I love Jill Scott. Okay.
I
Okay.
know
Okay.
some, I know
Okay.
some.
Okay.
What's y'all safe place? I meant to ask you that.
This is one of the trails too. Like it's multiple trails. Yeah.
And where this at?
Cedar Ridge Preserve.
Where that's like this in?
It's not too far from here. It's like 20 minutes from here.
Why it look like it ain't no buildings, no nothing. Like it's just straight wildlife. Some coyotes out there.
It's a
That's-
desert.
They do have a sign like poisonous snakes because the area is preserved. Like the nature is preserved out there. You're not able to
You
just
can't
do
build on it and
No.
none of it's what it was.
Yes.
That's tough. I'm moving to Utah, bro. I told bro I'm moving to Utah. Give me a crib.
We get out of here
Mountains.
early enough. We
You
all gonna
a
ride down there.
YB fan? You want to live by YB?
I don't, bro. Why you keep saying that? He don't even live in Utah no more. He just had to. Because he was on house arrest. And that was the safest place for him type deal. I fuck with my beat though.
So what was y'all? I'm gonna ask Stacy since you've been asking all the questions. What was your most scariest spiritual situation? Because I feel like
Oh yeah, I've seen a figure, and I knew that figure had wicked intentions.
what happened? Tell me the story.
So first off, I was reading something, and it had to do with it's called like the what's it called? It was written by Trismegistus. It's called the Three Initiates or the Kabbalion. It talks about the universal laws, and I was reading that. Then I was mocking the devil. I'm like, yeah, you can't get me. I'm gaining knowledge. You can only prey on you only prey on the ignorant. And so I'm chilling, and shit. I go to the kitchen and I turn the light off, and I see there's no light behind me. So I turn the light off. I see a shadow figure on the wall in front of me, and that I just got the deepest feeling of this dude is here to
get me.
Yeah, to get me. He is not here for any pleasant intentions, no good intentions at all. Straight wickedness and evil. So that's the presence I got just from looking at it. So,
Have you ever had like a physical encounter, like something moved or?
no, not that I can.
Like on some
Paranormal-
paranormal
experience.
activities.
I had something like that happen before at my house. I was
A case slid
I
off
don't-
the thing.
I don't-
not even. I was telling somebody about my sleep
I believe
paralysis.
in that stuff.
Yeah, I was telling somebody about my sleep paralysis, and my phone was messing up. Like we were on group FaceTime. I was telling them about it. The phone started messing up, and my dad's room door. My dad keeps his door closed. His door starts like jiggling, open and close, open and close, open and close, and I freak out.
Like it was opening and closing,
Closing,
or
open,
was it?
opening and closing.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I do remember something. It wasn't necessarily bad though. It was when I was working at I worked at Kraft Heinz. It's a factory, and it was somebody who was working with me.
You
I
said Heinz,
Kraft Heinz.
but they make ketchup.
Yeah, they make ketchup and all the Lunchables and all that stuff.
Oh, that's
cheese.
what's up. How much you get paid?
I think like $8 an hour.
Ah, that ain't shit.
Yeah, but
you got to think about what they
yeah,
doing. They using
work
human
at- yeah,
fetus and stuff in their
don't-
food.
Don't work for Kraft. Anyways though, yeah, but it was a dude up there. He was going through it, and I'm like, bro, I think I need to talk to this guy and give him some mentorship or something. And I was reading I was watching YouTube videos and I used to be into tarot cards and all that shit. And it's like, oh, you're going to meet a Leo and you're going to give him guidance, and that's what it was talking about. And then I was like, hey, you were born when? Oh, he like August. So I said, you're a what are you? He like, oh, I'm a Leo. And then all the lights just started flashing and all this other stuff. And then another time, it was with that same person. We was on the walk, and I was talking to him. And after I got through talking to him, it was a sign in the water, and it just gave a thumbs up. And he was like, bro, God's talking to us. He gave us a thumbs up. We must be doing something right. And I was like, yeah, okay.
What's
That's
y'all
some
take
cool
on
shit.
like psychics?
I mean, okay, look.
I heard they be doing voodoo.
Look though, but I understand the ideal behind it. Cause look, you're connected to that mental realm, right? That mental realm is infinite. You could put as many thoughts in it as you want, and it's never gonna fill up. It's an infinite realm. Not only are you connected to it, but it's every person in human existence that's ever been alive. They've been connected to it as well.
Right.
So everyone is sharing a connection to that. So the idea behind it is that I can, by me knowing we all connected to it, I can somehow connect to yours.
And figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah, and figure out what you thinking.
But the problem with that is
Go through-
getting in there.
Yeah, going to the source, going to the source of all consciousness, and then finding your connection, and then traveling to it.
The reason I don't mess with it, like I said, I do
Makes
believe.
sense, makes
I believe in my
But
Bible.
we all connected to it. You feel me?
I believe in my Bible, and it says, psychics and mediums, they're
Like
not
witchcraft
Good.
and
Yeah,
devils.
they move in witchcraft. Like
That's
I
what I
said,
heard.
I know when something's gonna happen. So when I tell somebody what's gonna happen, I don't see myself as a psychic or anything like that. I just know that I have.
That's
I
just
believe
that
it's called
intuition.
clairvoyance,
Clairvoyance. Yeah, that's what it's called.
where I feed off of my intuition. I feel like people that are forcing that intuition, you're doing something. You're trying to create an outside force, or technically
might
like
bring it
feeding
the
your
wrong way.
exactly and feeding into the wrong energy. Because you can go in my palm and tell me, hey, your lifeline is this and this and that, the third, and you're about to die.
Yeah, I don't
And
believe in none of that
I
stuff
don't
no
really
more.
mess with that, because in the aspect of, I feel like the only person that truly knows my path is God. What you're trying to tap into, and then I start believing it, I'm going to start moving on that. You've given me an energy to move off of, and now I'm manifesting that. Oh, if I feel like I'm going to die at 25, I need to start doing these things, this, and the third. And then you put yourself in the environment. You put yourself in the environment for that to happen. Whereas if you say, I don't believe in that. I believe in God. I'm good. And you end up living to 27, 28. Well, they was wrong. No matter how you put it, they was wrong.
Right.
Oh, well, I said 25. I mean, you got off with a couple of years. No, you said 25.
But
I'm expecting 25.
It's because you didn't believe in it, and you didn't.
Manifest
Yeah,
the energy
your
that
your
was given
actions
to me.
didn't show your. You feel me?
If people thought like that, they would move totally different. That what you think and you manifest, it could happen.
Because your
But
actions
if they
depend on
truly
your
believed
thoughts.
in it, though,
Yeah, because like I
you could
said,
think-
anything
you
when you
manifest your
pray,
thoughts.
when you pray, you're manifesting.
Right.
People don't understand
When
that.
you talk, you manifest, bro.
Yeah,
And I see now it makes sense why your dad don't talk.
yeah.
It's tough.
That's why he don't talk.
Y'all
like
finna
that.
get 3
Like
words
if
out
I
of me.
if I say you're shitty, you're gonna be nothing. You're a sorry excuse of a human. You're a
Why do-
deadbeat.
Where do you think I got my name from? Who do you think
Success.
named me?
Yeah,
Your
your
dad.
parents.
My dad.
Yeah.
No, my dad. My mom already had a son. She named her son my dad. My mom said you can name your daughter. He couldn't think of a name until the day I was born.
Success.
Yeah. Like beforehand, little embarrassing story. People call me every once in a while and I hate it. Don't call me it.
Successful.
No, my dad was gonna name me marijuana. My dad was gonna name me marijuana Taylor.
Swear to God.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Swear to God. I'll call him when we get off the phone. All right, when we get off the podcast. And he'll tell you I was going to name her Marijuana Taylor. Marijuana Sativa Taylor.
He gonna spell it just like marijuana.
Yes. And he said,
Was he like weed head?
yeah. My daddy was like, he was like that. And also he thought it'd be funny when they used to, in elementary school, they call you over the whole school speaker. He was,
Marijuana.
marijuana to the front. your ride
Pass
is
the
here.
blood.
Not even. So he was like, they going to have to call you by your last name. Taylor. M. Taylor.
Yeah, they can't be saying that.
But he was like, something, when he got there, it was just like, when I was born, he was like, he looked at me, he was like, I want her to be a success. I know if I speak it into existence, she's going to have to live into her name. And he says it all the time. I want you to live up to your name. I gave
Does
you that
that
name
put like
for a
a
reason.
brick on your
It
your
does
shoulders?
put it, especially when I was younger, because
Damn.
my parents didn't accept anything lower. Yeah, like I wasn't allowed to get B's like that. I was not until I made it into like high school. That's when I was able to make B's. But my dad used to ride my case. That's why I say like I was very slow to a lot of things that people were doing when we were in high school.
7-6
Having,
smoking,
all of
things
that.
like
I did all of that when I got out of school. I
And it
did
was like a new world, huh?
boy, what? But then I went through so much. Like I said, I had my spiritual journey around that same time too. And I really felt like I was going through spiritual warfare all the time. And like there was times where I had got a job. I think I told you guys when we were walking, I had got a job and I heard God in the bathroom. And I felt like I was going insane.
Nah, you ain't tell us that.
Boy, I had got this job. I was working at a brokerage, like doing accounts. They had hired
Oh,
me.
you told me about that.
It was my
but you ain't
first
tell me.
day. It was my very first day. And I'm going through my training. I had just signed my W-2. I'm doing everything I need to do. And I went to the bathroom. And I just had a really bad feeling like this is not where I'm supposed to be, if that makes sense. And it was a really good job. I mean, I'm 19, 20, and it was a really good job. And I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, this should be the best opportunity for me. And I literally hear, you are so impatient, and because you are so impatient, now I have to make something happen.
Whoa.
And I kicked all of the stall doors because I'm thinking, like, who's playing with me in this bathroom?
You heard it?
Yes,
Or
like
did you hear it
like
in your head?
heard it out loud, like it was in the bathroom with me, and I'm like, nah,
you can't
bro.
be playing like that, bro.
Kid you not? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm crying to her. I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. Like, I really got a good job, but I feel like this is not where I'm supposed to be. And I'm crying to her, and I pulled over into a parking lot. And I'm in tears. I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, my car note is due in 2 weeks. Like, I need a paycheck. Like, I hear God. I hear what he's saying. But God, do you
You
know?
told her about the voice?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Because she was real spiritual. She understood. She was like, are you serious right now? I'm like, yes, bro. And she's like, all right. And while I was on the phone with her, I got a call. I clicked over because I had applied to a lot of places. Got a call for a place that I hate. And I will not give y'all no credit on the mic because forget y'all.
All right.
That's why y'all falling apart now. But
Drop the mic.
they called me.
Drop the mic. You shooting people? Shoot? Okay,
Yeah, y'all gets no credit. But I kid y'all not, I got a call from somewhere that I never recall applying to because I didn't think I had the capability to work there. And he called me and he was like, hey, how soon can you come in for an interview? And I'm like, today, tomorrow? He's like, I can't do today, but I can do you tomorrow. I got the job the same day. The day that my car note was due was the day of my first check. Craziest thing. Worked there for 2 years, moved up, became brand ambassador there. I was their top sales and all of that. And I loved what I did. I hated the environment.
You hated the people?
That's me.
The people? It was the people.
Yeah. They were racist. They were really racist towards me, and I was the only black girl working there. And the only reason I had got the job was the dude that hired me
Was
real,
black?
nope, he was real cool.
He wasn't on no other shit.
He wasn't. But then the lady that I interviewed with, they both had to be in there. She was underneath him, and she was like, when I was walking up, I heard her say, I thought she was white by how she sounded on the phone.
Damn, that means proper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
don't sweat it.
Yeah, but no, she literally meant I thought she was white by how she sounded on the phone. She used to talk about Pakistani and Indian people and how they were broke and gypsies, and I just didn't like how she used to talk about like minorities and colored folks. She just she
What
did
kind
not.
of job was this?
I was
You don't gotta say the
Hold on,
name.
hold
I
on.
just said what kind of job.
I was doing merchandising, and I was like a retail sales, but it had its perks because it also had commission based on the side of it.
That's what's up.
And boy, when I tell
I
you,
mean, you was making bank
I was
off your shit.
I was cleaning up commission, but like I said, she was still racist. So when he left, he literally left 3 days after I was employed. He quit, and
She moved up, or she
she
stayed
moved up. The
she
lady
was on
moved
your
up.
lab, probably.
What? So another girl came in. Me and her are good friends to this day, but she even said she didn't feel like she deserved the position that she got because she had never done the job description ever before.
It's something that you deserved.
Yeah, because I
but
had
you
been
didn't
there
get
for
it.
a minute.
Right.
And she was like, I'm not even going to lie to you. She was like, I didn't want to talk to you when I first started working here because they kept trying to bash you and, like, talk down on you. She was like, so they had me thinking that you were, like, a bad person, a terrible person. And she was like, then I met you because I made her, like, at the end of every night we had to take out our trash and take out our boxes. I unloaded truck by myself majority of the time. So we would get, like, pallets and pallets of stuff, and it was outside. Our storage unit is outside. It's an outside can.
Nobody
like,
would help?
Not really. They all had, this department was very, very small. So we all had our own jobs, and they used to try to find their own reasons to do whatever they needed to do. But I'm like, if we don't have merchandise to sell nobody, we can't do nothing. So at the end of the night, I'm telling her, like, hey, come on, hop on the golf cart with me. And I used to do wheelies in the golf cart and stuff. I'm like, come hop in the golf cart and you know, help me take out the trash. I just need you to hold the boxes on the back. And me and her is chopping it up the whole time. And she's like, you're really a cool, like, you're a genuine person. You're a cool person. Like, I didn't expect that from you from the impression that everybody gave me. Mind you, they didn't know that she was Hispanic. They thought she was white because her eyes was colored. She was very pale-skinned. And so they're thinking she's a white girl. She's Hispanic. She don't speak Spanish.
Did she ever clarify that to him? Nah, I would have kept it on the real too. See, I'm white.
Well, she never clarified if she was. No one ever asked her, so she never clarified. They just assumed.
I can go for it.
No.
Oh.
No.
People call me white.
No. You're
No.
light skin. You're a light skin.
Light burnt.
I can though.
I'm already knowing, brother.
I'm damn near yellow bone.
Oh my god, we not playing like that. But that was really, it was crazy. Like I've been through a lot I've seen a lot. That's why I feel like, for me spiritually, I go through a lot more because I'm very open. I'm very open-minded, like I said, to a lot of things. Like I don't say something is false.
You don't learn if you close-minded, though.
Yeah,
like, you
at
dead
all.
don't learn.
Like if somebody told me, hey, I walked outside and seen a UFO, I'm like, where'd you see it? Like I'm not finna ask you like, oh, you're crazy.
Oh God,
I'm finna be like,
bro, you got a picture? What's up?
like, nah, for real. Like, what'd you see? What'd you hear? Did you hear something? Did it make a
God.
noise? Where'd it go? What direction? Where
You
we
know
need to
what
look.
I'm saying?
Like,
Find it like this.
I'm not finna sit there and bash you and be like, you sound batshit crazy. You sound like you need to be in an insane asylum. Like, no, I don't think that because I feel like there's things in this world that we're getting hidden from that are truly going on. They say it scientifically that they found other species and aliens are real. They say it all the time. We discredit it because we're scared to believe in other things. Because if we believe in other things,
Then
we
our
know that
whole
we're
truth
not in
is
control. Well, not even that. We know that we're not in control.
But
Because-
imagine
We're not
imagine
the
knowing
strongest.
you was
We're
all
not
right.
the
though.
smartest. We're not the.
Exactly.
no.
We're under this impression that we're at the top of the food chain and this, that, the third. Nothing can interfere with
Just
us.
think about the force of nature. The force of nature itself is above. It controls. It dictates whether we live or not. So
Yeah.
we not even stronger than that. We don't have more influence than that. We're not smarter than that. So
At
I
all.
mean, it just the thought that we can control everything in the world is just.
It's crazy.
And look, why would we want to control it? Think about this. This is what happens. God gave us control of the world. And look at what we've done with that control. This is how we choose to use our control. We create weapons, bombs, kill each other,
Currency.
Lie to each
currency, make each other poverty. But look
Yeah.
at
Levels and shit.
and we like stagnize people based off how much they have, and we
Right.
Y'all know in China
categor-
they sent up a second son,
What you talking about?
like an artificial sun.
artificial
I
son.
think I've heard about
Mind
that.
you, in the United States, we know nothing about it. We love to say, oh, they can't control our weather. They can't control this. They can't control that. If they're emitting a second sun, you think they not
They
trying
get
to
bro
control?
trying to
How
be
is that
doing
even
some crazy
possible?
shit. I
Huh?
don't
How
know.
is that even possible?
The same way Elon Musk created the God particle.
The God
What?
particle.
Yes.
Let me
Y'all
know
haven't
some.
heard of that?
Let me know some.
Elon
Let me
Musk
know
ain't
some.
create no God particle.
Well, he's taking credit for a God particle that was created in his lab.
What is a God particle? Black antimatter?
And not exactly, they said when they lit it up, it like emitted a light like no other. It was like, it was weird. I was
You
reading
putting
on
that
it.
on jets or something?
It was to
rockets.
kind of go with the new cars that are now electric.
I heard that's fucking up the environment. Like they gotta dig something up in order to get the electric batteries, and then it's like we'd better be off having gas
Gas.
cars and shit.
And they trying to play it to us like we ain't got no more oil, we don't have no more
We
gas.
got
But
hella oil, boy.
United States is a big ass oil pit.
That's what I'm saying.
But
We
look
got
at that.
hella oil.
Everything that's convenient to us, it causes some type of negative effect on the environment. Like with gasoline,
You talking about
the pollution.
They don't give a fuck about no pollution.
But I'm saying everything that's convenient to us, it causes some kind of
But the reason
negative
pollution-
effect. Like
the
even
reason
with
pollution
fast
is
food.
so bad is because we're sitting here chopping down trees for no reason.
So, even
supposed to-
like
Everything's
like
supposed
that.
to recycle itself.
Even like that, chopping down trees, putting concrete on it. Why would everything we choose to do has a negative effect? But think
on
about nature though. The force of nature, or the force that controls everything in the universe, it does everything so perfectly where everything can take care of itself. It's not going to change. It's not going to
You don't
deteriorate.
gotta water no trees.
You don't got to
right.
worry about the sky
crazy.
falling. You don't got to worry about the stars. You don't got to worry about the sun
Clouds
not
don't
rising.
move, all that.
Everything is this force is intelligent enough to make all of this stuff happen at one time, and it can do it, like it can maintain this forever, for eternity. But us, why would we want to do something that we want to, like, just look at the effects? Why would we want to live?
I think it's
live in a
abusing
world-
it though.
but,
Like
uh,
taking granted for it. Like
I'm
if we
s-
know
what I'm-
trees can
no,
regrow,
look,
we
look,
gonna cut them down.
But
'cause
look,
we know.
here's what I'm saying though. Why do we steady want to create the world that we think is right when we can see that there is a force that's smarter? This goes back to what you said. We're not the smartest force. There's a force smarter than us that's making all this possible. Why not just create the world that this force wants us to, not create the world
don't
we
know,
want for
bro.
ourselves?
I
I
don't know.
gotta-
Do you know the answer to that?
Yes, I do.
All right, what is your answer for that?
We're trying to be in control and we're trying to be gods. Let's just be
Boom.
honest.
We're
That's
so
why
we
this
tryna be
whole
gods?
But
that's why this whole new
I ain't gonna lie.
age situation.
I
is
think
going on.
that's the ability we were given. We were supposed to be gods, though. We're supposed to be the manifestors, the creators of this world.
don't
That's
say-
what we're here for.
I don't think we're supposed to be gods.
All
I
I'm
think we're
saying
supposed to
is
live
we-
in His image.
And manifest him into this world. How we manifesting Satan into this world, we supposed to be manifesting God into this
Yes,
world. That's what
like
I believe.
that. Yeah, but I don't believe we're supposed to be gods. If that
We're
makes
supposed to be in his image. When people see you, they see, oh, that's God. By your actions, how you carrying yourself, by your demeanor, how you treat other people. People see you and they think of God's image. That's what God is like. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Instead, niggas look at you. That's a serial killer, nigga. That nigga crazy as shit.
that. So y'all want to know something crazy?
What's up?
Has anyone ever asked Siri what's the population on Mars?
What that be
Can I
saying?
ask her now?
Yeah,
Matter
go
of fact-
ahead. Everybody ask it. Everybody got an iPhone in here.
The population, right?
Population on Mars.
Hey,
They tell us
Siri.
it's 0, right?
What is the population on Mars?
The answer I found is 0.
What? I just looked it up.
My Siri must be.
Hey,
on some other
Siri.
shit.
What's the population on Mars?
What's yours? Say?
That's Wikipedia. Hold
Oh
on.
shit.
Hey
Okay.
Siri, what's the population on Mars? 0.
That's Wikipedia.
Hey Siri. What is the population on Mars? Not using Wikipedia.
All right, here
How
it
that
is.
bitch gonna know?
Right here it
Why
says
the hell?
it's 1,410.
What?
Swear to God, who going to
Mars. I'm
Mars
trying to
place
take
of
a
birth.
ticket,
What is
man.
the population on Mars 2020?
Yep.
What the
And then
2022?
also at a point in
What the
time when you used to
fuck?
be able to look it up, it said that there was 10 million humans living on Mars, and they were run by like a.
So what you think? Mars was the original place where humans
No,
were?
I don't feel like it was humans. I feel like there was an outside
That's where the
intelligent force.
yeah, okay.
You know
Okay,
what I'm
what's the
saying?
number now? What's the number now?
It said 1,000.
Y'all think people leaving this up?
If you think the Earth
niggas
is
can't
flat,
even go into the ocean, bro.
But they
don't-
said, I'm just saying, do y'all, let's just throw some, you know what I'm saying, some crazy conspiracies out
It's
there.
called the Martian Congregational Republic.
I have a question.
What's up?
There's a
If-
conspiracy.
If you think that the Earth is flat,
In
are all the other
conspiracy.
planets flat?
All the other planets flat?
Yeah.
I
Are
think
they
we're
not?
in a.
Ain't no other planets if that's the case.
I feel
That's
like
how
we're in
feel.
firmaments, like not flat.
We in the
as
snow globe?
Kinda.
Yeah,
Where-
that's too.
I'm gonna
So
put
we
it
trapped.
kinda. Yes,
Can't even
exactly.
leave this hoe.
Exactly. That's why I don't believe in like full space travel, because if you look it up, like there's if you go on Google, there's actually coordinates to where you can look at the Mars rover, and it's in Canada.
Bro, like, hold up.
Huh?
First off, now think about this. Like, how do they say that they sending satellites into deep space, right? First off, and then they getting a connection back. God can't even get a connection from here to the satellite that's right here, bro. But
My call dropped down the
you
street.
feel me?
But y'all telling me y'all
But I send a satellite way to mother Saturn.
Maybe they got some different access to
It could
it.
take a picture and then send the
Picture
and then
back.
relay it to the connection here in
What if
Washington,
they got something
D.C.
connected to it? That makes a lot of sense. We don't. Our
What-
phones
got what
aren't connected
connected-
to
got what
satellites
connected
up
to?
there.
How they
Our phone could
connected
be
to
as-
what? What?
I'm saying a connection. Like,
to what? What they plugging it
but
into?
look, it's still
bruh,
got
how our phone could get connected to Wi-Fi. That's
but
what
look,
I'm saying.
you see the distance between
what I'm
here.
saying?
I
You
get
see
what you're
the
getting
you
at,
see
but
the
no.
distance between your phone and the Wi-Fi router though. The connection for the
But that's
That ain't
just
that
this.
far.
That's just this. What if they got something 80 times bigger than this?
and they send it millions of miles that way, bro.
Yeah,
you think
light
that,
years away.
You think they gonna get a connection, bro?
I'm just throwing it out.
You think
do
they
you,
gonna get
do
all
you
this?
know? Do you know? Do you know the real answer?
No,
You don't, right?
no
Okay,
is
it's
the
just-
answer.
it's just
No,
a
no,
theory.
no,
It's the answer.
no is the answer.
No, you don't know. is
I
the
know
answer.
the answer. No, them not doing that, bro.
Okay. Why? Why would they not be able to do that?
I'm gonna
You
put it-
can't even send a satellite to the space
The
to,
reason-
to the bottom of the ocean, fam.
How you sending it
how you want
outside
me-
of here and you
and
can't
then,
explore here?
And then every single picture,
Bro,
then
what if
every
it's
single
possible,
look, but
though?
then matter of fact, I'm finna show you this, fam. Then every single picture, if you look in a dark sky, bro, what you gonna see,
Stars.
bro? How come in every picture of a planet ain't no stars? Stars don't exist in space, fam. Like what's going? Matter of fact, I'm finna show
I'm
you
just.
Then
That's a great, bro.
I'm
That's a
gonna hit
great
you with
question.
something else.
They
Does
could probably
anybody
have-
believe in the Simpsons conspiracy, where they be
Don't they create them
Ooh, I
down the
don't know.
road? Well, don't they create them like before big shit happen, and then it end up happening, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you watch The Simpsons, they actually there's an episode and it shows Armstrong walking out of a movie set of him actually
I'm just
putting
saying, bro.
putting the goddamn.
Look.
y'all ever wonder how
Bro,
we can
look,
call each other and
come,
shit
come
like
here, bro.
that?
Look,
You know,
look.
why
fam.
does
I'm
NASA
finna
invest
show you
in
this.
so much CGI?
I'm finna show you this, fam. This is first off, this disclaimer. This is a video of a satellite that NASA launched into
What was
space.
that?
That was
Oh.
this. That NASA launched into space to hit a meteor to see if they can deflect the meteor if it hit Earth. So here we go. Just look at this. The meteor is right there.
And I'm
Alright.
gonna pull up the coordinates to Mars.
Ain't no stars in there, right? Ain't no stars in there, bro.
Okay, what did you showing me though? Is that real?
Yes, fam. They just did that like 2-3 weeks ago, bro. If you search they NASA tries to deflect meteor. It was all on the news and everything, bro. Here, speed it up to when it hits the yeah, but come on, fam. You say that's real? That's real.
How we go from meteors to satellites? We
This
went
is
to-
on the NASA. This is a satellite they sent to hit a meteor. That's on the NASA website.
They sent a satellite to hit a meteor.
To
It
see
looked
if
like
they
the
could-
meteor hit the
to-
satellite.
No,
No,
to deflect it.
to
They were trying to
deflect the
deflect it
meteor,
from hitting
bro.
Earth. They were trying to redirect it from hitting
To see
Earth.
if they could do it, bro.
And no,
So,
they can't.
matter of fact, and I'm finna show you this because I looked further into it, bro.
So y'all don't think that like internet and technology can go beyond this?
Fam, you gotta be.
I'm
in the
just asking, I'm
distance-
just
You gotta
asking,
be
I'm just asking.
in the distance of the connection, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
So nothing can go like we can't interfere. I can't tap into China shit
I can't do that.
Bro, you still on the same earth as him, bro.
I'm just asking. That's hella far. That's hella far though. You can't sit here and tell me that's not far. That might as well be in the satellite. That might as well be in the space.
I'm gonna show you this afterwards, but it was a NASA video, and they were talking about augmented reality, and they were pretty much just showing like what it was like being in space and all of that, and you know how everything has zero gravity, this, that, the third. It was CGI'd, and you see it. You literally see them trying to. They're throwing a ball back and forth, and the ball goes through his hand.
All them pictures, all them videos of planets, bro. That's CGI. They do a better job to try to hide it in music videos. They not in music videos, in movies. At least they put stars in the movies.
All right, hold on. Did you say Russia? Do you think that Russia went?
I feel like the only people that made it was Russia. I do. I feel like Russia went.
So they are we declaring that?
And I don't feel like they went. I feel like they went to the moon. I don't feel like they've gone to other planets. Reason I say that is when I showed you the firmament. What does it say? Our stars and our moon and our sun is inside of our firmament. Okay. So what I mean by that is
outside of that, we call it space.
We call it space. It's also
called
the Sea of Heavens is what it's called. That's what it is.
But don't we think the moon and the sun is in space too, though, right? Don't they say that? I'm not saying me. Don't they say that?
That's what they say. Correct.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie though. I think we got some crazy technology. Yeah. That's what the satellite that I'm thinking of is. I ain't saying.
Okay, so
I'm gonna put it to you like this: when they first sent a dog up into space, right? They sent a dog. They said when the dog came back, it was one not dismembered, but like messed up and mentally up. They sent a monkey, mentally messed up. They sent a Russian, and when I feel like when they sent the Russians, the reason they won't
that never came back.
They won't go back. They literally said, "I seen something and won't go back."
Bro, look, if I told you, hey, I'm gonna launch you. And get in this motherfucking rocket. I'm finna launch your ass up there. You gonna
yeah. Y'all might not ever see me, but yeah. Everybody that came back, cool though. Well, as we see it, we cool. Like Armstrong.
I'm not letting nobody put me on a mother rocket and say, hey, bro.
I'm sending you somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna point the moon, bro. If I literally point up at the moon and say, hey, I'm gonna send your ass right up there.
I'm taking that trip,
bro. Hell. All right, fam.
All right, and I'm gonna sit here with my telescope and I'm gonna watch and see if you
Don't
land
watch
there.
Me. Don't watch
if
me.
you don't land,
when you get when you get an iPhone FaceTime, and I'm like, yeah, the connection, yeah.
And then we start seeing something chasing after your ass on
I'm
there.
like, oh shit.
Tentacles.
Take a picture, bro. Take a picture. Send this on Twitter.
Snatch your ass to the dark side of the moon.
There's some movies out there that's like that. Like they be trapped in them
the dark side of the
shuttles.
moon. And Cloverfield. The Cloverfield paradox.
Have y'all heard of like people saying that the Earth is not filled with magma? It's like hollow. Like there's something beyond us.
How the would they know? What that's
so
what I'm saying.
In China, there was a sinkhole. Because I don't know if y'all seen all these sinkholes that's been happening lately, right?
What you mean, like in the water, like whirlpools?
No, sinkhole.
Like the ground opens up and it like drops
If it was
down.
a sinkhole right here in Dallas, all this shit would
sink into it.
That's like that one game. You ever seen that game?
Yeah.
Where it's the whole.
Yeah. Sink.
You ever seen that?
It's called Sync.io.
Yeah.
But they in China there was one that opened up, and come to discover underneath it was an ancient untouched forest. You can look it up. There's an ancient untouched forest
China be on
underneath
some
it.
other shit.
China controls what their their population can see. I don't know.
But
if you
so
know that.
who you think smarter?
China.
Who you think they got the furthest within discovering shit?
China and Russia. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's the main reasons why we don't mess with them.
Because they smarter than us.
That, and I say it all the time. Don't nobody want to mess with. They got way more population than us. Don't nobody want to mess with 10 times our population and Jackie Chan. I'm sorry, they gonna whip our ass.
Bro, if
they
there were no guns,
whip
on my
our
soul.
ass.
You ever seen them rushing with them scars on their face?
Yeah, they be
I'm
getting.
sorry.
Look,
Y'all
they hit themselves with bottles and break them shits on their own face. Slit they
like I'm sorry, like, and I know that might sound a little racially pushed, but I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all tough for real, and y'all gotta also understand. I used to say this all the time. We consider our children smart at 3 and 4 when they're doing things that in China would be considered redundant. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Impossible at people.
Because there's 4-year-olds out there, and I watch videos. There's 4-year-olds out there that
they build some shit, right?
Build shit. They go fishing.
Speak 5 different languages.
Yep, speak multiple languages because the area speaks multiple languages and dialects. Mm-hmm. Guess what? And they are intelligent.
I'm having kids in China. I'm gonna marry a Chinese lady.
But you gotta also understand, them kids go to school 6 days a week, don't come home and
fuck.
you won't see your kid until
I don't
Sunday.
give
Hey,
a
baby, what? I'm doing that.
I was good. Nah.
Well, we gotta wrap this up. So we just gonna have closing statements from everybody. You know. So
We're gonna call this.
I'll
the
go first.
Upstairs
Yeah.
Jesus is real. No.
Singing them gospel tunes, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna just say,
I hate gospel music.
if you don't believe in anything, like my daddy used to always say this: if you don't believe in nothing, you'll fall for anything. So find
True.
something to believe in. Energy, spirit. I believe in the Most High. Find the truth. If you looking for something, search for truthful answers, things that actually make logical sense. If you want somewhere to start with our alphabet. Then go from there, because I mean, it's written. It's dead in our faces, and we got breadcrumbs to help us follow back.
they
Trail is
really
back.
be putting a lot of stuff in our face, like the Matrix and shit.
They put so much stuff in our face, and we choose to say it's fake because it's a movie and this, that, the third. But my dad used to say, you got to get that idea from somewhere.
Just how they put planets with no stars. People think that's real, but
That's your closing
that shit
statement?
fake.
That's your closing statement?
Nah, that's not my closing. We gonna move on though. All right, let's go.
I'ma
I'll just say I would just tag
I
along
thought
with
you-
success. and sin. I feel like my fault.
No, you good. Go
I
ahead.
feel like righteousness and morality go hand in hand. Like, basically, you just need to find like yourself within yourself, and then like leave religion alone. Like, just have your own connection with God
You
and
don't need
find your
religion.
peace, find your safe space. And honestly, all of that will come together, and that's how I found God.
Can I ask one question before we head out? What is everybody's zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
Scorpio.
Libra.
What's you?
Money sign.
What's your
I
sign?
like that.
Capricorn.
Nah, Aquarius.
Pisces.
Why you make that face?
Sorry.
Y'all are scary.
Wait, what's up? What's wrong with us?
Scary.
We
Wait, what
scary?
did you say?
Y'all.
Scorpio.
Ooh.
What is up with them sign shits, bro? I heard we was the best. I ain't into it, but I heard we was the best.
What's your
Who told you that? An Aquarius?
Aquarius.
What's your closing statement, Aquarius man? That's in Titty Man.
Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman.
Whoever got access to Mars, I'm trying to live on that.
Elon Musk.
But
hit
all
us up.
just aside, right, hit me up. I scan for life.
Jeff Bezos.
that money.
Yeah, hit me up.
She really said what I was gonna say. Like, find some peace, find your peace, and get in tune with yourself. This shit
Yes.
is real. Like, you gonna die not knowing shit if you don't really like understand yourself and get some knowledge, bro. You gonna really leave this motherfucker clueless. So get somewhere with your brain and all that. Like, get
Knowledge is
somewhere, bro.
wealth.
Get somewhere, please.
Big Stacy.
My closing statement. Just going off what you said with knowledge. The mental realm is infinite, so it doesn't make sense to limit yourself to one specific idea. Like, if you have access to a limitless realm, don't limit yourself. Don't place a limit to yourself. Like, you cutting off your access to every other possibility that there is. So that's all I would say. And say no to drugs. And
Yeah.
if you see someone trick or treating and he's wearing a Jason mask and he says he likes little boys, get away from him.
Not even that. Stacy said he gonna stop smoking them things, so hold him up to that.
Yeah,
Next episode, y'all
y'all
not gonna
CDs
see.
for him.
Yeah.
Get on his case. I ain't gonna say this gonna be my last time having
Go
one.
crazy
but
in the DM. Get on
Go
his
crazy
head.
on me.
I'm gonna try to.
And thank you guys
it
for
out.
y'all support and watching
Wow,
us.
real
Yeah,
shit, bro.
it's going crazy. TikTok, Instagram,
Okay.
YouTube. You feel me? I appreciate you guys.
Fushowski.
Yeah.
Alright, we
All
out.
minority signing out.
The Woke Minority Podcast. We gonna put everybody's, stuff, social medias in the description. So thank you guys for joining us. Until the next time,
Stay woke.
We
stay
out.
woke. We are out of here. Damn.
Bingo.